one. Projects on the beat.
Told the spoon to get your information. Told the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon television. Spoon registration.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Morovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you know. There's the children crying for starvation.
Honorable Yaga Kuba again, the PA at the Liberia National Police Headquarters on the chamber issue.
You know, people joking was something that would bring problem. The police, according to the police, they went there, they said there's no management to JMAC. They don't know anybody to come. So the police are advised again, apart from the complaint abroad, I'm going to actually go and reduce it into renting. I'm going to reduce it into renting. These people will come. People will come and show cause why they make commitment on paper with their signature and they refuse to live up to their commitment. When the executive get involved, I will get involved with Joseph Walker. The law must be the law. We change government because we want things to be straight. Let J-Mark come here and say the signature is done. What are they hiding for? What are they hiding for? You know, I mean, look, when the executive get involved, I will declare a vote of no confidence in the police. And when I do that, then we will start what we're supposed to start. When the executive get involved, I will get involved with Joseph Walker. The law must be the law. No people must come here for J-Mark to say this is not a signature. Why are they hiding for? Whole big institution, no management. And they say they came for management. You believe that? So I'm doing a formal complaint. My complaint coming tomorrow. I'm going to do a formal complaint. I cash, copy of the voucher that I received, the coupon I received, with their signature on it, and they acknowledge that their signature on it. Then they will not come. They will know that there is no police. If the police can't get the people, the police will not get me in case of anything.
Well, you did not access to get your material.
Yes, I went there to say they can't get my material. Why you can't get my material for? People looking for fire, they don't know what they call fire. These people will come. These people will show cause why the signature on that thing. I can't get my material. I will get that material.
How will you know when the executive get involved?
I will know. When the police refuse to come and the police can't take action, I mean the executive involved. I'm a citizen of this country, right? I brought complaint, right? Let the people come. Where I should go? If I bring complaint to the police, my complaint came in here, I will act a rebel.
So what's the complaint?
My complaint is they give me paper with a signature on it. They refuse to give my goods.
Who gave you the paper?
J-Mark. J-Mark gave me paper. It's only J-Mark. They gave it to me. They will adhere to that communication. What the process is.
What do you think is all behind this?
For now, nothing behind it. Let the police refuse to bring no police. They will tell you what behind it. And I will deal with who behind it. If it is Joseph Walker, I will deal with him.
Allegedly.
I'm saying if it is Joseph Walker, I will deal with him. I said, hey, right? I hope you don't get involved. Because when we get cases, this is where we're supposed to come. If I can come here and I can get withdrawal from the police, then I mean Joseph Walker are getting involved.
At least say president.
The police have been described as...
Remember, we describe only do president.
At least say President Walker.
Talk to me, you can carry your radio on us. I am saying when the people refuse, when the police refuse to say for J-Mark to come here, then Joseph Walker have getting involved. I will deal with Joseph Walker. I got the ability to deal with him. And I will deal with him. I will deal with him the rule wherever he have never seen. Because we brought him to liberate their country, not for him for the same thing to happen. So I'm not accusing anybody right now. The police are going to bring a formal complaint. I'm going to do my formal complaint and bring it to the police. Let the police tell me say they now want to bring the people. I will bring Joseph Walker when the police want to bring the people.
And how long are you going to go into this?
We will go through it until the police refuse. Until the police say they can't handle the case. They are know that Joseph Walker involved. Because Joseph Walker control the people. Only Joseph Boga can tell people not to do it. The law must be the law. Why the people can come? Then they can tell the person my paper I brought a person from World Trade Center. You think Joseph Boga will use my hand to be corrupt? The corruption he into, he will not use my hand to be corrupt. And watch the process and see. The process has started. We will know how many water is in coconut.
You say you're going to have a
We will know what pour water in coconut. If the police refuse to say for the people, then that means there's no police.
So you alone as a district representative.
My man, if the police say for me, I will not come. And if they make an attempt to come for me, they can't handle my case. I'll be fighting to take one gun from one of them. What's supposed to start with start?
This country is the rule of law.
Oh, but in our kingdom, the police, you see the rule of law, right? I respect the law, right? Let the law respect me and go through my case. That big boy you see Rachel Kune doing so, they may want to World Trade Center. We will know Joseph Boga who went to World Trade Center. So watch the process and see.
What you hope to achieve?
I hope to achieve in the Minister of State. I do not work with the Minister of State. Minister of State also give me money to fund my office. The House of Representatives gave me $5,000 US to rent my office. It's enough. Then where I'm supposed to be paid from. Now the Minister of State, do I work with Minister of State? Do I work in Joseph Boga office? I don't. So he will not pay me.
What told you there?
What told me where? And I go to Joseph Boga before. I can go walk around to the crazy people. Don't ask me that question. What told me
Very much for
With my supporter to the executive mention to ask the legal advisor to the president why he dropped the case against me. I've done nothing. I don't know who this guy is. And he defamed my character for the work that I have done. For this country, for the I've served every government that I've come and I've left a print. But the legal advisor, Bushi Ben Keita, told the president of the Republic of Liberia, he instructed the Senate court prosecutor to drop the case without my knowledge. I did not drop this case. I want us to go through the legal proceeding. Whatever judgment that comes with it, I will settle for it. I am going to the mansion with my supporter. And I'm going there to stay there until I hear from Bushi Ben Keita why they dropped the case. In the meantime, my case is still standing in the civil court. Criminal cohesion, that's what I said. Menacing, that's what I said. Disorderly conduct, and that's what's my file in the court. And I can prove it. And I ask the justice system to not fail me.
Mr. President, Diamond Slanger for Spoon FM. Yeah. The speech caused a lot of uproar in Liberia, especially with the portion that had to do with the War Crimes Court where you made Liberia's case. What should Liberians expect from that particular portion?
But I just stated, I don't understand what you want. Since we came to power, I've not one day called for War Crime Court. You, the journalists, call for War Crime Court. Liberians are calling for War Crime Court. Both the victims and the perpetrator are calling for a war crime court. What I did is to explain to them why now. So if you don't understand my English, then you need to go back to the speech and then you read it well. You calling for a war crime court, I say now why this time? When we have an economic issue, we're trying to develop our country, why focus on the war crime court now? Why you did not focus on it 12 years ago? And those people that were part of the entire process of what happened to us, they led the 12 years. So what now? Is that what you want? Okay, then we send it to the legislature. And then so Liberians can talk about it. I think it's important. I want to give you an opportunity. I want to give you an opportunity to talk about it instead of every day disturbing the peace of this country. So now you have a reason now to go and sit in your Palawa heart, put a process together now so you can sit down. So the perpetrator and the victim can meet. So those that have opinions can come to see what need to be done. So that what I did there. So I open now the forum for you instead of chapter.
I am saying here that those who support the continuation of the 24-year we have made peace, I support such people. You can blow me, I blow you, that personal thing. But when you support 24 years of peace and its continuation, to allow our children and those unborn for their mother to deliver them peacefully, under a conducive atmosphere where investors will get attracted to come and invest and put food on the people table. I stand by you. But if people who just got elected, that we went on the ground to do everything we could in our weekdays, spend our own money, our vehicles there are all down because of that. If you can prioritize work code, asset recovery, this one at the early stage. The question would be, what about Madam Saleh, who had the largest troops, international troops, in this country for UN? It was the time to do what they wanted to do. The troops that came here was the largest troop ever in Africa for peace. They didn't do it. They did not do it during George Weah's time. But there was a noise. And George Weah sent a letter to the Senate to advise him. The Senate had an open hearing, invited experts from all over to come. And they found out that the TRC, based upon which the World Bank Code, is filled with flaws, biases. It was politically put together to accuse and indict and get rid of certain people, while others who were supposed to appear to give the statement on their experience in the war refused flatly. However the case, do you support the peace continuation, or do you want to go after people that you know may probably harm all of us? Some people say Sierra Leone people that had the thing, they jail people. What, your interest to jail people? After Sierra Leone jail people, what happened? How many coup d'etat ever happened there? Are they at peace right now? There's instability up and down over there. There's no stability over there.
So, folks, any moment from now, we will be talking to officers of the Liberian National Police here to know exactly what are those vehicles they have arrested so far belong to the government. All right, so and here we are. So, yeah, Chief, we saw you and your team here, arresting vehicles, and you fast sending those vehicles to the headquarters of the GSA. What can you tell us about the process now?
No, we are not made arresting vehicles. Okay. What we are doing, we have embarked on a process to retrieve government cars. There are a lot of discrepancies went on for the past 5, 6, 7, 8 years regarding government assets. Okay. So today we are on the street. General Services Agency, as the Director General for Operations, I'm here ensuring that we retrieve some of these assets. There was a car that was stolen. We just retrieved another car. If you look out there, you will see the pickup. We'll go there for you to see it. Okay. It was stolen. Minister, Deputy Minister, sold car. Mining Director, all sold car before the government could take over. So we are trying to get some of the assets back. Okay. So based on that, we are on the street. We are encouraging everybody who have information to bring the information to us, to make them available. We will keep surveillance on them for all to acquire these assets. Anyway, it can be car, it can be...
Yes, sir. A special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, right at the Southern Band. Charges on the beat.
To the spoon to get your information.
Okay, tune to Spoon to get your information. Tune to Spoon to know exactly what's happening in Liberia, what's happening in the ministries, in the agencies. What are the policymakers doing in all three branches of government? What are the unfoldings? This is where we come with diverse views, bringing you critical analysis on those happenings in Liberia. And I'd like to say welcome. Thanks for joining us again for another edition of the program, The Late Night Show, The Late Night Politics on Spoon. And we're here again. Of course, we're live across the Spoon Network and other frequencies across Liberia. Thanks to the folks who are always there relaying this show. My name is Nelson Colette. I see a lot of you have joined us in the comment section. We're going to go there and welcome and appreciate all of you guys. But let me go across and bring in the team here now. I see our sister Shirley Stan is here. Shirley, welcome to the show. It's good to have you on tonight.
Thank you, Nelson. Thanks for having me. Been a while.
Yeah. And the Liberian people say they've been missing you.
Oh, I'm back now, people. Hello, everyone.
Yeah. So it's good to have you on. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well. And yeah. Let me bring Francis on.
Okay.
And, as usual, Francis was taking he was trying to get something solid before coming on the show.
No.
Francis, it's good to have you on.
When I'm looking down, it's good to be around. Looking down, I have my laptop in front of me, and I'm using my phone. So when I look up, I'm looking at the camera. I look down, I'm looking at my laptop. So I'm not getting nothing solid. I don't know what you're talking about. But
only you and I can talk about that thing that happened in the background. You explain to the people all be tired. No evidence.
He is tired right now.
You ain't got any evidence.
Francis, you are eating, eh?
I can't hardly when I'm eating. I can tell you that I was eating, but I was eat off camera. But I'm not eating nothing.
Yeah, man.
Y'all say don't try to peep on the man. The man was eating.
Who get up on nothing that his job?
They don't matter, man. The man. I got screenshot, I got recordings, everything. But it's good to be here, man. Francis, how are you tonight? How's the little man doing?
Man, thank God, man. That guy is doing good right now. His mom in the living room, trying to keep me on track, because instead of going upstairs to the room, she was still in the living room. Then she be hearing me talking. She said, "You're too loud." I said, "How about you go upstairs? You go all the way up." I'm in the basement, but he's sitting in the living room. But anyway, they're doing good. Thank God, the man's getting big. You know, he just turned 2 months on Friday.
Oh,
so
wow.
Yeah, he's getting big, man. Well, thank God for that.
Okay. Yeah. It's another beautiful day in the country. Too many things to talk about. And we are here tonight again to bring our people the issues as they are, and make some analysis around those issues, affording the opportunity to have their say. Well, a lot happening in Liberia, and let me just so you want us to welcome the folks first? Let's welcome our guys first, and bring the update. And so Francis, you want to start?
Absolutely.
So just so y'all know, I can't see them because I'm using my phone. But
okay.
Yeah, but I want to welcome everybody in the comment section, everyone on YouTube.
Oh, so really? So when you're using your phone, you don't see the comment section?
No,
I mean, unless you go to the comment, there's a way you can go to the comment. You will see everything at once on stream. Yeah.
You know, this IT technology thing. I mean, I'm still working on it. I ain't gonna mess with my phone tonight, guys. But I will
get tutorial next time. Whenever you call the people that need, I can see. So Edwin Kwekwe Lombert Jr., welcome. You got Azubik Oniyisi Yates Jr., welcome. You got Yaya Joseki Davis, Chukubo Hassan Benedict. You got Chokon Kranga, welcome. You got Zeus Carter Jr., welcome. Rio Hassan, welcome. Lai S. Kamara, Joshua Sengbe, welcome. Solo Gear, welcome. Joel January Pittman, welcome. What February at? Maria Sando Nienitu, welcome. Lavette Bondo, welcome. Malipale, K Sumo, welcome. Joyce Clinton Hammer, welcome. Sekou Donzo, welcome. Samuel Tamba Davidson, welcome. Let me see, YouTube. We have our brother Nathaniel K. Hill. He said, hey guys, welcome. Alice Bang, welcome. Rose Sankale, welcome. Eddie Kowia, welcome. Work Play Hard, welcome. Yeah, so far, okay, I see Precious Sambola Wowa, welcome. Safiatu Sanon, welcome. Mark Flomo, welcome. Maiye Bato, welcome. Yeah, that's what we have. That's what I have on my end. Welcome to everybody. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, Francis, you just caught me. So yes, welcome to everyone. Welcome to everybody. I see somebody said so Unity Party people. Francis, you're welcoming. John Wadi. John Wadi, CBC.
Francis, you are picking and choose.
I went straight through the line. I mean, I don't even the party man, so
Somebody said John, all the sedition in the comment section. You only pick.
Why would I pick and choose?
But yeah, man. Welcome to all of our folks out there. Kindly share the program as you come. I don't know, for some reason, I got blocked. I can share. You know, you have to say making to all.
You got blocked.
Who how to use Facebook thing in it. Yeah. But kindly share the program, guys. I see Bryant, my mate Bryant. Oh, is this Amula, my mate? No, this is my mate Bryant. My mate Bryant, welcome to the show, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for joining us. Mary Lincoln, hey, my own Omar, welcome to the show. Abuzuki Yates, thanks for being here tonight. We appreciate you. Lovety Bondo, Lovetta Bondo, we appreciate you. Thanks for being here tonight. Yes, Work Hard Play, thanks for being here tonight.
You go welcome all the people are just welcome.
Oh, you welcome them already, right?
Okay.
No,
you are jumping over there. You are going for the United Party people.
In fact, take for example, Work Hard Play says thanks, Francis, but don't deny you a UPist.
That sounds funny.
You're a UPist.
But man, let me put a thing out there. We supported I supported anybody in the first round. I supported anybody other than George Weah. But in the second round, only George Weah and Barker. Who else will I support?
So Francis,
I'm not partisan in Liberian politics.
Okay, let's do it this way. If you have two fruits on the table, in the case where you have two fruits on the table, pineapple and orange.
Yeah.
They say, who are eating orange and who are eating the pineapple? You say, I'm eating orange. And then you eat orange. Or you drink your orange juice or whatever. And then the organizers come by and say, where are the orange eaters? You will not be
No, that's different. Because if I'm hungry or I thirsty,
you say that it doesn't apply in this case.
If I thirsty, the only safe drink for me to drink, that's what I will go for. But it doesn't mean if any other drink is available, I will not go for it. So in Liberian politics, I'm neutral. But this particular election, I just knew that anybody was going to be better than George Weah. Anybody. It doesn't matter if you're Braga or Gonglo or Cummings, whoever, anybody was better than George Weah.
But no, since you want to say that, Francis, let's start the show like this. I'm going to give the updates quickly, but since we just three here, let's start the show like this. 2 months. 2 months on President Boakai, and 2 months on President George Weah. At about this time, under the Unity Party, under the CDC administration, and the 2 months of President Boakai. What can you say about the two? Can you compare the two? Is there anything that sets one apart and that puts one in a better position, or maybe if you were to do your rating, that would give one government more rating over the other government. 2 months under President George Weah.
Who started with me or Shirley?
Okay, let's start with you. We will bring our sister in.
Okay, so for me, right? Because we gotta look at the current situation, because you said 2 months in the beginning
2 months
of each term, right?
Yeah.
When George Weah took over, the country was not in a downward spiral like it is now. You see, any government, I talk a lot of crap about any government to myself, because I expected more, especially for somebody that been there 12 years and the type of things that were happening, right? But at least what's happening now in this 2 months after George Weah left office, and what happened or where the country was in the 2 months after Ellen Johnson left office, you can compare the two. Liberia are not peaches and cream when Ellen Johnson left, but George Weah had a little bit of a better foundation to work off of. But now President Parker inherited a downward.
You see, Francis trying to draw an excuse up. You know, you want to come up with something like excuse before doing that whole comparison, Francis.
No. It's not about comparison. I think President Parker inherited. It's like 2008 when President Obama took over in his first term. The U.S. economy was in a recession, so he had to go down to come back up, right?
Okay.
When President Trump took over for Obama, you can compare what what he inherited as opposed to what Obama inherited when he took over in 2008. So that's the same thing happening now. So President Parker, yes, he making a lot of mistakes that we'll get into. The criticism of President Parker is enormous.
And this is why we need to be holistic about this thing, right? In terms of setting the government in place, making appointments and everything, in terms of price control, in terms of let's say tackling the hard issues, talking about audit, talking about the fight against corruption. Like the Unity Party is talking about war and economic crimes code discussion. Now it's on the table. Now you're talking about different issues. Now, is there anything that you can compare that government with to this government in 2 months?
But Nelson, that's exactly what we say. You just made my point, because right now this new government has a whole lot on the table. Imagine, right? When George Weah came into office and he decided to tackle the things that President Parker is tackling now, he would have had a lot of problems. Even though there would have been problems still with the auditing and war economic crime code. But right now, President Parker is trying to get the war economic crime code through the legislature to become official. He's going to audit. Then the economy is bad. The electricity is terrible. No water.
And these are the issues. So 2 months under President George Weah, do we have that kind of issue we have now with electricity? You know, current going and coming and all of those things.
No. He was not going through. He was not even thinking about establishing a war economic crime court. He was not thinking about any kind of audit. He was just running through the college here, putting people that are supposed to. In the first 30 days, George Weah government already put into place. But look at the people he put in there. Right? Look at what he put in there. So to do something right after it has been destroyed, it takes a lot. And so that you make a mistake and get it right. So that's what happens.
So if you had to rate the two government performances in 2 months, 2 months.
If we just look at
what the government,
on the surface, right now, because my understanding of how it worked or how things are going, I would give George Weah government 40%, just because he did not do anything to injure the Liberian people when he got into office. I would give President Parker 45%. The reason I give President Parker 45%, not even 50%, is because why it's true that he's trying to do what's right. There's a lot of mistakes that they are making, and these things happen when you are trying to be a responsible government, but you make a lot of mistakes too. And then he's trying to tackle a lot of the things the Liberian people asking him to tackle. So there will be a lot of holding and putting here and there. So that's why I will tell you, I will give President Barack 45%, and I'll give Judge we have 40%. Because
wow.
That's it.
Thank you, Francis. That was just to kick off the show. Okay, but Shirley, you want to make an input on this?
Nelson, is this a trick question?
No, I mean I want to know because whichever way you put it, the both governments have their own share of the cake. Somewhere along the line, there was that day when the CDC government was 2 months old. At that time, 2 months old. Can we compare what the CDC government achieved as a 2 months old government on what the UP government has achieved as a 2-month-old government?
Let's see. I agree with Francis that the CDC government had a lot to work with that were left with them, and so they were focused more on hiring their people. The president was focused more on hiring his people, people that they have the company, country at heart, people that were just there to take, people that was thinking, what is in it for me? So that was their focus. But right now, the focus for the president, the current president, is for the Liberian people. He doesn't have a lot to work with. And I do agree that he's making a lot of mistakes. He needs to focus on what is important. And I don't think he's focusing on what is important. What is important is war crime code important right now. I'm not saying it's not important, but right now it's important. And the answer to me would be no, because our people don't have electricity. He needs to focus on the gas price. He needs to focus on the price of rice. Just the basic thing that's going to keep our people going. He's not focusing on that. There's a lot of our people that don't have money for food. So focus on those basic things. A lot of our people are dying. Almost every day there is a fire somewhere. Focus on those things, and then the war crime code and the other things can come in later. However, he's doing his best, but I think he can do better. So if I have to grade in and not thinking about and just thinking about our people, I will say our people were doing better in our 2 months when
you say you have people, so you're a seditious, right?
I am not. Like I said, I'm not Syrian. I'm not you Pete, whatever it's called. I am a Liberian, and I'm here to advocate for our Liberian people.
Okay.
So, and if I'm preaching change, I need to make sure that I'm transparent with it. So the 2 months that been under President Boakai have not been good. It has been so much problem for our people. And I think he can do better. He has the heart of Liberian in mind, and so are the people that he hired. But they need to focus on the things that will benefit our people first, versus focusing on the other things. Just have something that you can focus on. Focus on reducing the price of rice. Focus on every Liberian being able to buy rice. Focus on that first, because that is important. You need to feed your children. If our people can feed themselves, they are comfortable to feed themselves. Focus on electricity. Let's stop people from dying, from the whole fire outbreak and all of that. I think we need to just focus on the main thing first. He needs to stand for something. He cannot be all over the place. War crime code, to me, like Francis said, it's not necessary at this time. That's what I have to say.
Okay. So if you were to attach a rating to that, 2 months under President Weah and 2 months under President Boakai, what can you say about that?
So, like I said, the rating will be based on how comfortable our people are. Okay. So if I'm going to how comfortable our people are in the 2 months that President George was there, our ex-president, former President George was there, I would give him more point over President Boakai, because our people were able to get rice, they were able to feed themselves, and I think also it because they had the President Boakai had President George has so many stuff to work with. So I understand that President Boakai at this time don't have a lot to work on. That's why he needs to focus on what is important for our people. And making sure that our people can feed their children, feed themselves is important at this time. Let him focus on that.
Wow, it's a good thing that you mentioned. I want to welcome Rudolph. Rudolph, welcome to the show. Welcome to our brother Samuel. Samuel, I remember from the start of the late night show, you're one of those persons who, was very regular, but at some point, yes. But it's good to have you on tonight. But Shirley, you spoke of something very important that's going to lead me to bringing this thing on. Now, you spoke of some of the things that the government should be focusing on now. All right. And according to you, they are taking too many things and wanting to run with it from the very start of the administration.
Right.
Let's take a look at this. You spoke of the need for the government to focus on other things, the price of rice gasoline. Executive Order number 128 was released. Suspension of surcharge on petroleum pricing structure. And I just want to read a little bit of what's here. It says, whereas the president's arrest agenda is intended to reduce the suffering of the people of Liberia and improve the cost of living for everybody residing within the borders of Liberia, whereas the petroleum products played a pivotal role in the direct improvement of the lives of residents relative to daily movement of persons, goods, and services, whereas a reduction in the cost of petroleum products will directly reduce overhead cost of products. It's kind of blur from my end. Businesses and blah blah blah. Whereas a reduction and blah blah blah. Okay, let me just go to the main area, and here it says, in the exercise of the executive power vested in the president by the Constitution, the president may issue executive order in the public's interest, either to meet emergencies or to address particular situations which cannot await lengthy legislative processes. Now, therefore, I, Joseph Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia, hereby issue this executive order suspending the 20-cent surcharge on the petroleum pricing structure with immediate effect. This executive order shall take immediate effect. Now, it's a good thing, and I thought to put this up because Shirley, you just mentioned the issue that has to do with some of the real issues that the government should be focusing on now. But is it fair to give the government, relative to what you said, to give the government some points and maybe some good ratings, especially with this executive order that was just read, where the president is suspending surcharge on petroleum products in the country? Considering
It's
that
been over 2 months, Nelson. Your question was specific. You said we should rate them based on 2 months. So I'm rating the president based on 2 months. In the past 2 months, the president have not been someone who was focusing on the everyday well-being of the Liberian people. So I'm grateful that now he is focusing on that. I think that's where he should have started from the beginning. So great job to him. But if I have to rate him based on the first 2 months, I will say I will definitely be giving ex-president George Weah the crown.
Wow. Thank you. Let's hear from you, Rudolph. Quickly, we want to move on now to actual talking points for tonight.
Yes, Nelson, first of all, when we come on here, we should be very clear with our
So
position.
Nelson, before Rudolph, I can only imagine what Ruth is saying about me in the comment section.
No.
Ruth, I love you too. I can't see it tonight, girl, so you'll be on your own.
No. Ruth is not here either.
Okay.
In fact, these are some of the reactions to your analysis right there. All right. These are some of the reactions. Somebody say they don't think you care about Liberians, So these are some of the reactions. Someone says well spoken. So yeah, Shirley, I mean, there are different reactions. I know you don't see the comment section right now, but these are some of the stuff here. But let's hear from you, Rudolph. Maybe you can take a minute and 30 seconds on that, and then
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. You know, first of all, I mean, when we come on here, I think we should be clear with our position, and stop hiding behind I'm here for the for Liberian people thing. During the election, who did you support? Who did you believe in to move this country? I mean, to move our country forward. So when we come on here, we should be clear with that and stop hiding behind that.
So you think Shelley is hiding behind the Liberian people when she say?
Do I respond to him or when he gets done?
When I get done, you can come in.
Okay, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah. So Nelson, but I mean that is it. Well, I mean, with regards to your question, Francis said it right. Mr. Weah had a foundation to start from. Mr. Boakai is like starting up new. So, I mean, just for that fact, you cannot compare them. And you know, someone argued that within the first 1 month, Mr. Weah had his government set up. That is not very true. But I mean, I would give it up to him that he had more people in position than JNB in the first month. But the thing is, when you are structuring a government, it's not just about putting people in the seat, because that's what Mr. Weah did. He just put people in the seat. If you rate the two appointments, you will understand that JMB has brought people on board, people with integrity, people with more knowledge and more expertise, and that requires time, Nelson, because you need time to vet those people to bring them on. So that is also one aspect with why Mr. Weah will.
But Rudolph, you listened to Shelley when she said. She also mentioned the issue. I think it was Francis. When they spoke of the issue of mistakes, you know, the withdrawal of nominations and all of that. Because you want to base your analysis on that aspect. That the reason why they delayed and stuff like that was because they needed to. This government is vetting the individuals and all of that. But how about the other issue?
Nelson, like I said before, and I will repeat today. In politics, we learned that government is the most complex institution to run and to even set up. Nelson, there will be missteps. We did not expect everything to be perfect from the beginning. There are rooms for improvement, of course. There are some things that we think they can do better. But for us to just sit down here and say that we were great, Mr. Weah first 2 months over JMB 2 months, and to even go as far as saying that he is not focusing on the real issues, I think that's a disservice. Because we all witnessed Mr. Boakai going to Cote d'Ivoire to go and discuss the issue about current. That is very, very paramount to the people's life at this point, Nelson. We have witnessed him release executive orders. And for us to also say that the issue of the war crimes code is not important, then maybe we are not digging deeper to understand the monetary value that's attached to that.
Okay. So just to conclude in 10 seconds, then we take Samuel quickly. So we move.
Yes. So
but before you take Samuel, I have to respond to Ruder.
JMB within two months, Nelson, JMB has shown that he is a leader for the people, of the people, and by the people, because he listens. Wow. They cry for justice. For the past 18 years, the people have been crying for justice. This is why he is putting those things first, and plus the monetary value that comes with it as well, which more people don't even think about or don't even talk about. And this thing is not going to happen in 1 year, Shirley. No, this thing takes process. It takes years for this code to be established.
Thank you.
It's not like, oh, because he said I am doing this, then it means that he's going to have the court built in 1 year and have people brought to justice in 1 year. No.
Thank you.
JMB cannot wait for his third or fourth year to start this process because he might not even be in office to see it finish.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Shirley, you said you want to take 20 seconds quickly, then we will move to Samuel.
I think Ruda and R are saying the same thing. I think the only difference is he just don't want to admit that the first 2 months have not been people focused. And I think I stand for that the first 2 months, yeah, he had JMB is listening to the people, and I'm sure that's why he came up with that executive order. Something has to be something got to be not going right for him to come up with an executive order. So he listened to the people, and I can say, number one, I give him credit for that. But the first 2 months, though, that's the question that Nelson asked. So yes, I came here and I advocated. I wanted our people to vote for JMB because I know he is a people leader. But if Nelson asks a specific question, I have to focus on that question. The past 2 months, I think if it was something where it was people focused, we would not have an executive order coming in. We'll know that things will be done the right way. So our president keep listening to the people because we want to make sure that our people are comfortable, they have food on their table. That is the first important things to make sure that you can feed your family. Without food, I don't know what's going to happen. Without lights, we're not going to have people going into our country to invest. Those things are important. And I did not say the war crime court is not important, brother. Ruder, I said that the war crime court is important, but is it important now? No, it's not. So let's focus on food. Let's focus on electricity. Let's focus on the things that are important right now, and everything else can fall in place later.
Well, thank you, Shirley. Let's take Samuel. Samuel, take your 1 minute on this, and then we move on.
Yeah, I want to say thanks to you again, Nelson. I'm humbled to be back. You know, it's been a very long time. And I want to say hi to the guys on the platform. Rudolph, my man, long time, man. Yeah. But let me get to the issue. You know, my sister is sitting on the platform, and I'm just going to put a question to her. When George Weah was in power, did you go to Liberia? Maybe, probably no.
Yes, I did.
But if you are grading, okay, then if you are grading the Weah government over Joseph Yoman Boakai for the past 2 months, then I would say like you are not being fair if you've been in Liberia. Because I want you to retrospect, if you've been in Liberia, you will have to look at that time. Bag of rice was something like around 3,200, 3,300 LD, if I stand to be corrected. And if you look at
it depends the period. It depends
and other stuff
about. Well, I think there's a delay. It depends the particular time you're talking about. Is it from the start of the Weah administration or at the end of the Weah administration? So that will set the pace for the kind of answer
the first 2 months when Weah took power, bag of rice were around like 3,200 or 3,300, and gasoline were around $13 to $14 or $15 USD. You can check the record. So the question that you or gasoline, I think gasoline around that was like $13 to $14. I stand to be corrected in that area.
No, sir. Gasoline has never been around $14 or so. So right now, gasoline is I think there's a delay from your end.
Go ahead.
I don't know why. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I'm getting you, Nelson. I'm getting you loud and clear.
Okay. Yeah. Just conclude. Just conclude. So we'll move on, sir.
Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Are you guys getting me? Or it's like
We
still
are hearing
delay?
you, sir. We are getting
There's a
you.
delay, Nelson. I think you need
Yes,
to
we
go out and
getting
come
you.
back.
You should
Or is
log
Okay. Yeah.
out and come
You can
back.
log out and come back. Yeah. I think that will be okay because there's a serious delay here. Just log out and come
So
back.
I was making
You
a
can
comment like
can you?
Log out and come
I
back.
was, oh, okay then. All right.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let me do this.
See,
Let me
that's what
bring.
you did for trying to get at me, asking me if I was in Liberia when President George was in power. You know, you're gonna get a delay. You cannot hit on the only female because I have a different point here.
But on a serious note, yeah, it's important. We're not going back to that discussion again. Magnus, welcome. I see you here.
Mike, no,
But
I
That
sure
discussion
Magnus
going
came
on.
to come and
Seriously.
persecute me. I tell you
yeah,
tonight.
but Magnus came to church late. But just take
Magnus get a
1 minute
church
on this
list.
while I pull up this stuff here quickly.
Yeah, Nelson. I mean, it's good to be here, and hello to everyone, and hello to my fellow panelists. I'm not supposed to be on today, but this is a discussion that brought me here. When you compare the
I tell you,
government,
Magnus was still gonna like this slide. So just let him talk.
the 2 month of President Bouaka and that of former President Weah, my brother, the first 2 months of former President Weah, by this time people were protesting about 16 billion getting missing, and they went to mop up the 16 billion, 25 million left in it. At this time of the year, President Weah had broken down his is that 16th Street or 18th Street? 9th Street house, and he's already constructing. He has started constructing the condominiums, and his government officials have started buying properties. Compare that to President Bouaka. President Bouaka came to the presidency and he hit the ground running. And people are saying that he's trying to tackle everything at once. He's hitting the ground running. That's the promise he made. He said he was going to hit the ground running. And he's actually hitting the ground running. So he's trying to prove to us that you can walk and chew gum at the same time. The promises he made when he was campaigning, President Bouaka is not a typical politician who will make the promise and then after he gets to power and then start forgetting or start sliding them under the carpet one after the other. So if you ask me to grade President Weah's former President Weah administration compared to that of President Bouaka, President Weah took over a government that was very functional. When President Weah left, the government was the payroll is bloated to the infinite degree. So President Bouaka is doing well because the first thing he has to deal with the challenges of bloated payroll. He has to deal with the challenges of $2 billion that was borrowed. So the government hands now is tired. You can't go anywhere to go get money anywhere. Your credit card, Liberia credit card is maxed out everywhere. What President Weah did with the $2 billion, with almost $2 billion he credited during the past 6 years, nobody knows. The only thing you can see is photos of him in Dubai and everywhere, and in Ghana and everywhere. And his cronies buying fabulous houses.
And spending 1 month to watch the World Cup.
Right, because that's all they credited the money and spend it on. So if you ask me, President Bouaka is doing well, though there are challenges, but he's doing well. He's doing well. So I'll grade the current government 80%. And if you ask me about President Weah, my brother, the only reason why, and there will be too great for President Weah, the people who benefited in the first 2 months, they were giving 90, but I will give President Weah 50. I will definitely tell you. And we can debate it.
Wow. Okay.
See, that's why I said Nelson was asking a trick question.
but it's very important, and all the views here are so important to the conversation here tonight. Because at the end of the day, we need to know where we are. We need to know as to whether we're making progress as a country or not. 6 years ago, we made a decision. Gradually, we saw things happening until we got to where we were. And then if we just made a decision, we need to start evaluating the decision that we just made, comparing it to what we did yesterday, the results, and all of that. Which I thought was important for us to do. But we want to transition. I see your hand up, Rudolph.
Yeah, real quick, 20 seconds. Nelson, I mean, you asked a question, so I had to answer. But to be honest with you, I don't think we should be using Mr. Weah's performance as the baseline to grade this government, because he performed dismally.
Wow. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Well, there is this issue that's been going on. We're going to come to the CSA thing. There is something going on there. Most of you are aware that President George Weah, before leaving office, sent out a communication, the circular, mandating the government to avoid all entities of government not to employ additional people, and anything that will increase government spending and all of that. And following that, there were reports that came in that there were employment still ongoing and everything. So the Civil Service Agency director had a press conference today at the Ministry of Information, requesting the GSC to conduct a forensic financial audit to examine the payroll compliance across all 103 spending entities across the country. Why is he requesting this? According to him, some $6.1 million United States dollars was spent on consultancy. People saying that they want to be consultant. I'm a consultant for this project. I'm a consultant for the other project. 6.1 million was spent on consultancy. And so he wants the GSC to conduct an audit. How did the government get to hire additional consultants over the period consistently, even after a mandate came from the president for them to pull a hole in everything? But 6.1 million went out. Now, aside from that, there are other issues that are happening at those different entities, even with respect to the payroll that this government inherited. Lots of issues popping up from there. On the flip side, the lawmakers summoned the LRA Commissioner General, Mr. Double Jala. And the reason for that was the LRA boss, according to them, was refusing to sign their duty-free letter. Now, each of the lawmakers we have at the House of Representatives, and let's say across the entire legislature, they have the privilege, honor the duty-free arrangement to import 2 cars in the country every year. And those 2 cars, they will not pay any custom duty and whatever they know. So why maybe the ordinary Liberian is paying between $1,500 to $2,000 or even more to bring just a sedan in the country, the lawmakers get to benefit from a duty-free, not 1 car, but 2 cars. And there's a process, there's a way in which this particular thing works. when it gets to that point for the duty free, once you want it, as a lawmaker, you do your communication and XYZ, the communication, the LRA boss will have to affix his signature to that particular letter. And that's where the issue came from. Because Mr. Doba Jala, having been appointed by the president and giving his own vision for the institution, he decided not to, be very hasty about most of these things, especially when it comes to duty free, considering that it is that place that the government gets to generate revenue from. So the lawmaker said he was kind of delaying and he didn't want to sign on to their stuff. And so they threatened to jail him. He was summoned. And then and later he appeared before the legislators. He had to somersault on his decision. And as you can see in this particular article here, let me share this on the screen. Let me have this shared here. Okay. Okay, so this is it. So as you see right here on the screen, later the LRA boss bowed to the House's pressure. But this is important. Where do you guys stand with this whole thing about duty free? The legislators are saying they need this. They want it. They need to have it. They deserve it. Welcome, Vasco. Welcome to our brother Mikael. The legislators are saying that they need this. This is by law. And that's where the lawmakers held him. This is by law. Now, if you went to the LRA on their own website, but let's start with our analysis around this, and I'm going to pull out the rest of the document. Rudolph, I see you really want to go, so go first, Rudolph.
Yes, Nelson, and the reason is simple, right? The reason is because I have been very angry about this issue. That's why I would like to go first. Like you just said, it's a law, right? So legally, Mr. Jala, I would say he was wrong legally because he doesn't have the legal authority to stop that yet, unless maybe the same house go back and make some amendments. But Nelson, let's be rational about this issue. Let's be more practical about it, Nelson. So at the port, right? Like you said as well, the common people pay pay up to $3,000. But for the sake of this conversation, let's use $2,000, right? Let's say it's just $2,000 to free a car. But we all know that these guys, the cars that they bring in, they are not old cars, and you pay more based on the year, make, and model of the car. So these guys bring in new cars. So if they were to be charged, it was going to be even as high as $4,000 or more. But let's just take it at $2,000. Nelson, a civil servant, yearly income in our country, if you are paying them $150 in a year, they are earning will be $1,800, right? That's how much one person can take to feed their families. And then you have these guys like sapphoing out money. And Nelson, what is even sad is that most of them cannot bring in two cars in a year. What they do, Nelson, is that people pay them money to send cars down in their name, and they pocket that money. That is wickedness.
But Rudolph, based on the fact that those people are serving the country, they're rendering services to the country, they're making laws, they work at the first branch of government.
That's why they make more than
they spend a lot of money to run their campaign. They spend a lot of money to run their campaign. I know a lot of people will get mad with me on this, but that's the reality. So then people will take loan to go contest the election.
But Nelson, who fought and said they get paid?
Nelson,
conclude, Rudolph.
To whom much is given, much more is expected. These people are paid more than almost everybody in the country. They make more money. So they should be putting more money back in the economy. You cannot have the common man struggling to raise $1,500 or $2,000 to go and free his car when these people who make a lot of money are getting their cars free. That is injustice. That's not fair to the common man.
So your point is the duty free for the lawmakers. You think it should not be?
It should not be, Nelson. It should not be. Or we could even
with all the contributions they're making to the country, you think it should not be?
Nelson, they are being handsomely compensated for that contribution. Handsomely compensated.
Thank you.
Nelson,
let's hold you there and move to Francis. Francis, let's hear your take on this.
Man, the thing, you said every year they are by law, they are entitled to import 2 cars duty free.
Yeah.
Is there any restriction on the type of cars or on the type of motorist? Can it be a dump truck? Can it be a tanker, or it has to be a sedan or SUV?
No restriction.
2 cars.
So they all wheels. So the one thing that people are not paying attention to before I even get to my point. If these guys, some of them are ordering dump trucks, tankers, the cost to clear some of the things out of the port should be somewhere around $6, $7, upward to $10,000. But let's just look at sedan and SUV. Let's just say it's $2,000 for me. So I went, and that for both the representatives and senators, correct?
Yeah.
So there are 103 people in the legislation times 2,000. That about
1.2 million.
No. I just look here on a month for them for a year, right? My mother even wrote, but I did it.
What perfectly math you're doing?
6 years is 1.2 million.
So imagine, no, I only did it for the 2,000 times 103 lawmakers. That's $206,000.
$206,000 1 year.
$206,000 1 year. So imagine, and they can bring in 2 cars, right?
Yeah.
So if each of them bring in 2 cars a year, multiply 206 by 2,
$412,000.
$412,000. The country is losing. Then multiply that $412,000 by 6 years. Are these guys building? Are these guys running a used car dealership? All of them that they gotta keep ordering new car every year.
Again, Francis, your math might be wrong. Because now it's not all of those lawmakers that will import cars.
No. I'm not saying they all are, but by law, they are entitled to that.
Yeah.
By law. So even, say for instance, like Reynolds said earlier, even if president doesn't bring in 2 cars this year, surely can say, brother, for instance, my car, they charge me $3,000. Can I give you $1,000 and you clear my car? And so it doesn't matter if it's my own car or not. And it's happening. And so you see, some of the things is by law, but when we come here and look at what we're talking about, the intra-Liberian people, this and our lawmakers, that whole entire legislature needs to be thrown in the trash can. Because they will come and talk, even the likes of Yaka Koluba that running around the quality chicken. They give me the voucher. They give me the one. He's not talking about why they're giving us, allowing us to bring in cars for $2,000 every year, 2 cars. We're entitled to bring that. And why police people that are supposed to serve and protect can't get paid, but they are allowed to spend millions of dollars in one presidential term just for cars. See, so that's bad. It should not be happening. If not everything that's legal is right. So even if the NIA boss did the wrong thing because he was violating the law, but he was doing what's best for the country, but he needs to go through the legal process too. But do you think those guys have the gall to say, let's scrap the thing, we don't want it? You think they will say that? Or how about you say in a term, you can bring 2 cars? How often do people change cars? That you need to bring 2 every year. You're allowed to bring 2 every year. How many times do people change cars?
And the government buy them cars, though, so that one is not even included.
Exactly. So let's just forget about that. But every year, 2 cars. Are you running a used car dealership?
Thank you, Francis. Thanks a lot. You know, this is very important. I'm going to pull out the document here. There's something that serves as a legal basis. Shirley, I know you want to come in, but just before you come in, this is the first document I will pull out with respect to this discussion, right? This is the legal basis of this whole, how do you call it? Car duty-free stuff for the lawmakers. Application. This is from the LRA website. Application of duty waiver, Liberia Revenue Authority, relying on the following provision of the Revenue Code, the Liberia Act of 2000, as amended by the Consolidated Tax Amendment Act of 2011. So there's a legal basis for this, and like most of you said, the lawmakers are right. But who are those? Who are those individuals? You know, I see a lot of people beating on the lawmakers, but it will interest you to know that this is not just with the lawmakers. Before our sister Shirley comes in, let me pull up the next document here. Aside from the lawmakers, who are the other people that have access to this duty-free? You know, and I want us to balance the conversation here. You see the legislature up there, number 1. Returning individuals. Returning individuals. Let me go back to this document. Returning individuals. This one is talking about a Liberian who have been outside of the country for like let's say 2 years. You've been living out of Liberia for 2 years. You decided to move to Liberia permanently. There is some duty-free benefits that you enjoy as well. Some other things you bring in XYZ. Even up to your bathroom material and other things, your children taught, there's a provision there for it. So you have ministries and agencies, religious institutions. The other time there was a cartel that busted with some religious institution that have been riding on duty-free and bringing commercial stuff into the country. Religious individuals, concessions and investments. Those concessionaires, majority of them, let's say they enjoy or they benefit from this very duty-free we're talking about. Educational institution, executive order. You have public corporations, medical institutions, diplomatic missions, and non-governmental institutions. This is one of the areas. You open your NGO based on the nature, the workings of the NGO. So are we saying here, is the argument here tonight presenting that we should only take it from the lawmakers, but all those other people should remain? Because Francis did a very good math. That math, that was not perfect key math. That math was a real math, right? Francis said 130 lawmakers, they made the other math. What's the figure you came up with? $1 million of
nothing. You see, that's why you should put the document up front before you even ask us to go over it. Because after me and Ryder already now talk, they bring document to show the whole list of people.
Yeah.
That will even change and expand our argument. It will expand our
yeah,
argument.
seriously, Nelson, you did not do the justice at
We're
all.
limited to lawmakers. I didn't know that it was that wide.
Nelson, can I go?
Thank you. Let's take the female. Let's take the female. Let's take the female. We'll make the rounds and then we come back. We come back to you guys. But go ahead. And it was 2011 that law was amended. 2000 it came into being. 2011 it was amended. Under Vasco government, what? 2011? No, a Unity Party. Eh?
The law.
Let's hear you on this one.
Nothing. So with that list, though, it seems like everyone can carry things free because that list is long. So how are they making money? And first of all, why are the lawmakers having the opportunity to have 2 cars? 2. They already have cars. So why do they need 2 cars?
For private use.
Oh, very interesting. For private use. That's really interesting. I can't argue that. But I'm saying though that list is long. So then the question is, how do they expect to make money? Because anybody can get on that list. Anyone can have a non-profit organization. Anyone can come from a church. So anybody can be connected to any of those organizations or places that you can bring in free thing into the country. So how is this place making money?
Yeah.
So I see now why
But
it's
Shirley,
like,
where
okay,
do you
if you
stand?
find one
Can you?
person who is bringing their car, who probably don't even know that there is a long list of places or long list of organizations that you can connect to bring your car free, then they end up like making you pay more than what you even pay for your car. So that's not fair. It's not fair at all. I think they need to get rid of that entire list and try to make sure that they are making money for the country. We can make money with all that list. Anybody can get on that list.
Thank you, Shirley. Thank you. Francis, I see your hand up. We'll come to you, but at least let's make the rounds for the other folks to just jot down your thoughts. We're gonna come back to you. Let's hear from you on this one, Magnus. If you're not ready, then we can take Vasco.
Ready? I ready.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Okay. I mean nursing. So I think Ruda struck a very salient point. The government bars who got their stuff on.
Can we unmute?
Yeah. The government bars cars for the lawmakers.
Mm-hmm.
Whose cars are they bringing in? And besides, how much are we going to spend on these one representatives and senators? Nelson, I have a list here, right?
Mm-hmm.
The government of Liberia, the Liberian people spend over 19,000 on each lawmaker every month.
You have a list? You want to share that list with me? Maybe I could put it up.
My brother.
Why you make your analysis on that issue?
Over 19,000. Let me just post in the group in the stuff. Yeah, over 19,000 on each member of the House of Representatives every month. Gross, over 19,000.
That includes their office as well.
Their
right?
office, that's what I'm saying. The entire office, over 19,000, right? They're getting 2,000.
Nelson, I'm not hearing anything.
You're getting me?
Wow. We're hearing Magnus.
We're hearing you, Magnus.
Can you hear me, Samuel? Can you hear me? Wow. Samuel, maybe you have to log out and try to log in.
Samuel got love for this show tonight. He can't make it.
Yeah, like I was saying, the government the Liberian people spend 19,000 each member of the House of Representatives. The Senate probably have more than that. 19,000 every month gross on the office, right? And then you're giving the people out of that 19,000, we get a people free car. Now free car, we're giving them 2,200 for car where somebody came in drive. Somebody that representative, like representative for red Oro, where Yaga goes, that he will need 500 or 600 gallons of lubricant every month. Nowhere. So Nelson, somebody said our problem in Liberia is not the executive, but it's the legislature. And we've consistently said these things. Those people, that's why every time you see people running to be they're running to be a representative or senator, because the benefit those people get. Now, see, in the country where I live, I don't go to store and see discount for politicians. I see discount for teachers. I see discount for military personnel. I see discounts for students. But in Liberia, we get discount for ministers. And Nelson, the list over there, right? The list over there that you just listed, people who qualify for duty free. Nelson, nothing on our list says an individual besides the legislature. They say ministries and agencies. So it's ministries cars. They say religious institutions. My man, religious institutions are charity organizations. So they have to be covered.
So wait, Magnus,
yes.
wait. You're trying to take this conversation to another level, right?
Yes.
So let's put the list up. Yes. You tell us the institutions or individuals that are captured here that you think should not be here. Yeah. So we have the legislature first. You said they shouldn't be there.
The legislature shouldn't be there.
Yeah,
Second,
returning independence.
concession investment shouldn't be there. But according to the mining laws, when you open a new investment like a mining company, the first sell of equipment, they are free because you are coming to provide job. After that, you start paying. After that,
So are you also saying that the concessions and investment should not be there? Is that what you're saying?
They should not. Nelson, do you know how much money ArcelorMittal makes from Liberia that will come and get them duty free? Look at B Mountains. The people can bring tire men off from Turkey. Should we get up with duty free? No. Like besides that, I think the rest of the people over there, I don't think the legislature should be over there.
Okay, so you think
the legislature should be covered,
the two institutions
should be covered under government ministries? It should be covered under government because government buy those people cars. Government don't pay duty when they bring in those people cars. Why should we get an extra duty free? How many cars? So it means each member of the House of Representatives or the Senate uses 6 cars, 12 cars in 6 years. Is that what you're telling us?
In conclusion,
Nelson, those laws, there are laws on books. But Nelson, I can always say, until we have leaders who love that country and who want to see the betterment of that country, Liberia is not going to go anywhere, especially the lawmakers. Because if they have the interest of the people at heart, they will have to carry all their oversight responsibility to be able to remove those duties from concessions and investment and other people, because they have the authority, they have the power. But when they start taking two cars for themselves, how can you go to the executive and tell the executive, say, "Moon duty free from concession"?
Thank you. You know, I'm going to come back to that listing issue. It's a good thing you share that document with respect to how much is being spent on the legislature. We'll put that up as well. But let's hear from Vasco, and then we'll move to our brother Michael.
Yeah, thank you, Nelson. And let me say hi to everybody. So,
Vasco, do you support this listing up here?
Nelson, whether I support that listing or not, that is a law, like Rudolph said. So that's why I want to say something like, they have a saying that don't look at where you fall, but look at where you stomp your toes. So for me, I want to look at where this law came from. I really don't know where this law came from, but I know that this thing came about during the Manasali area. But I don't know whether it came from the executive to the house, or the house just went about and came out with their own.
So this thing came up in 2000, but it was amended in 2011.
Yeah,
it was amended in 2011.
Yeah, and that time the current president was the president of the Senate.
Nelson, can you please tell us what was the amendment? Was it reduced from 4 to 2 cars or what?
No, the increases.
No. Listen, Vasco
is coming in with the blame game, so we have to understand.
Let's pretend Vasco.
What the amendment was.
You're interrupting the brother.
The Manasali area, the current president served as vice president, president of the Senate. They multiply most of those things that they have. They make it, they modify it. They added their own thing to it, because they look, when Ellie came in our country, they had a lot of privileges for these people. That's why.
So Vasco, are you trying to blame the current president now for this amendment that was done? What could a vice president of a country do with respect to an amendment that the entire government has decided to carry on with respect to duty free? What do you think should have been the role of the current president? He was just vice president at the time.
And you see, look, they was not just vice president. They was the president of the Senate. Okay, and when we all know the president of the Senate, I know you people are going to talk about voting right here, but the president of the Senate, you order you like they are for the executive. So you know that there will be some law that will come, or there will be some stuff that will come in our house. It's going to have future embarrassment for especially young Liberian people coming out. So some of these things, when you see it coming out, you have to flag it out and let the executive know that, no, these people are about to do something here. We have to go in there and lobby to see to it that this thing don't go through. Because if this thing go through, in the long run, our people will struggle. Look, you can look at the country. The country is just between people who work in the executive, the legislature, and the judicial branch. Three group of people that enjoy everything in the country. The rest of the people struggle. And these are the people that are suffering every day.
Vasco,
going online to vote.
Just before we end up with you, if looking at this listing, is there anything you think should be subtracted or maintained on this listing?
Look, Nelson, for me, everything on that listing should be dropped.
Thank you.
Everything.
I agree with you.
Because these are look, this is where the government generate money from to do all the great things. So you Liberia and that country where it's not be having duty freedom. The country is beyond time. The country need money to improve, to do a lot of great things. So if you open it, you know how we can misuse things. You just saying two cars, but I can tell you for sure that lawmakers, they can carry bad, different kinds of things. They just say, oh yeah, the lawmaker down there. Man, you know the system in Liberia. You know. Wow. I read it now. I want to carry something when I was close. I call great.
Oh, so you guys did this thing. You guys did this thing on the administration.
I agree with
Vasco. You just confessed on the show that
no.
You did this thing under the WIA administration.
Nelson, I just saying something. I'm just making an example. I didn't say these things happen on the WIA.
But why you didn't call a different lawmaker? But your booty represented Great.
For me, I'm here. And Great, I'm a friend.
You.
If I want to do something at the time, Great, I will call Great.
Thank you. Let's go in there and bring Mikael. Mikael, go ahead. Let's take this. Then we give Prince 20 seconds he wanted. Go ahead.
Leslie, thank you, and thank you everyone for being on the show tonight. And it's a pleasure to be here once again. Well, you know, in my lifetime, from the time I started knowing myself, graduated from high school, 2007, and started knowing myself in Liberia, you know, I get to know that Liberia problem actually lies with people we call our lawmaker. Those guys are the one who create all the problem we into today in Liberia. First of all, we don't even need them, number one, because of their decisions they made. They never made no law like impact or typical Liberians. Every law they ever made is in their favor. Say that to say, look at the police, for example. The police officer work all day. They go stand right there under that sun 24/7. Those guys make $62 per hour. Let me say per month. How the hell you gonna live off of that kind of money? You got children, you got family to send them to school, hospital, and all that. I know they say they have some immunity for them. But those immunity, some of them don't even see it. But he paid them $62. Those guys who just sit out there that's supposed to be making law for the country, they make $15,000 according to news we hear around town every day.
No, it's dropped now. It's around 8,000.
Right. Yeah. What kind of law are they making for this for the typical Liberian citizen? Number one. Number two, the listing we're looking at, it shouldn't actually be our problem. Our problem with Liberia is usually we don't have no regulations. We have no systems. We have nothing. So
okay.
people...
So let me hold you there a bit. Mikael,
yeah,
you are saying that this listing is not the problem. We can maintain this listing and we can still be able to generate the needed revenue and the country can still make progress, even with the listing here.
Well, there's a couple of people on the listing that need to root it out for now, but the listing without a couple of things that we need to root out, yes, we can maintain it under a good rules and under good regulations and under good systems, and Liberia can still thrive. Yes, we can.
So who are those you think should be removed from this listing?
Number one, the legislature have the government entitled to give them vehicle. You understand? Why will you give them 2 cars every freaking year? How many my car that I have since 2020, I still driving that car, and that car only have 48,000 mileage on it. Guess what? I drive everywhere in the United States with that car. So what do I need another car from 2 years from now again to add it? I mean, it don't make no sense. In third world country like Liberia, giving one man, I mean, those kind of benefit, while the common man don't even have access to those things, it's not fair.
Okay.
Yes. So they
So,
need to be
so
moved
the
out.
legislature needs to
Yes.
be removed.
Yes. Like if you come here, you see get ministry and agencies. Why do you have another public corporation down here again? Why?
Okay, yeah. So we have ministry and agencies, and then if you come down, we have
public
public
corporations.
corporations.
So what are the difference between them? They are all under the government control section or control area. So why do we need people like that? But
what about diplomatic missions?
Well, I don't even know what diplomatic missions that's supposed to mean to Liberia. Is it foreign government sending things to Liberia government?
Yeah, the U.S. embassy, the Swedish embassy here, French embassy, all those people, when they bring in their stuff to the country, duty free.
Right. So I mean, well, you cannot get away with those people because these are our partner. We need them, so they need us. So yeah, that makes sense. You know,
religious institutions,
it makes sense because some of them are charitable. But don't, like I said, if there was a good system, people would not rely on them to get things done or to bring things in the country illegally. You understand? There should be an evaluation system that we give you criteria or rules or a list of things or things that you're supposed to be doing before we even consider you as a religion or anything, you know, in that category. Now we don't have those. That you're talking about people who are moving back to Liberia from any part of the world. I want to settle back home.
Liberians who want to
it should be like a resettlement benefit. Maybe the man coming, he broke or all that, but there should be a specific things that we need you to bring to the country.
Okay, so let me just give you some details.
All the people returning back from Liberia, like returning individuals, is normally like people who went out to study and are returning back to the country. Like you went out for your master's, you went out to do your PhD, and you're coming back, and then they give
even
you...
those who live too, they have like 2 years and above. For student, is 1 year and above.
Yeah, 1 year. Yeah. So I mean, if you come back to study in the country.
I just demand.
It's still my time, woman. You want to ask questions?
No, don't interrupt the brother. No, and William, you have your second. You have your 20 seconds.
I found a code for you, and I put it in the chat. Before it was amended. I just found the previous code in the chat.
Okay, thank you. So, Mikael, just try to conclude. Then we give 20 seconds across. We take some calls, and then we'll come back to the next talking point.
Well, as I was saying, so that's somebody. I think we can tell. The legislature that be removed. Like I said, totally. They don't need that. They may not get too much money to do whatever they want to bring. Any car they want to bring the country. The legislature is not only Liberians who live in Liberia. We got Liberia have 5.5 million people. And like my brother Vasco was saying, you always want to blame things on Ellen Johnson government, Joe Biden government. Remember, Joe had the right or had the same privileges that Joe Biden had now, Eddie had back then, to change the law. He cared less. And guess what? They ran on it and did exactly what they wanted. Now we're all sitting here crying from the same list. And why Joe had all that privileges to go over that and change that rule because he had power over the legislature. You understand? There's too many rules and laws that he made through the legislation, and he got it to this today. So it was not just one thing that, every time you want to blame it on Ellie and Joe Barker, Joshua was there too for 6 years. So he had all those power and the legislation to do whatever he wanted to do as a president, and he didn't. So we should not always blame, point finger continuously. It started in Chancellor time, Eddie amended. We don't know what the amendment was, whether it increase it or decrease it. Georgia had the same right to amend it or get rid of it. He didn't. He right on it. So none of them doing all justice until those things can be minimized. Thank you.
Thank you.
Point of correction.
Thank you, Mikael. Okay, Vasco, you're coming in a point of correction. Let's take Francis, and then we'll take Rudolph.
Yeah, just quickly. for me, that list is not the issue. It's about the implementation, and we talk about it's a trust but verify, right? So it can be good. With the legislature, the government provide vehicle for them. It's something that you have to turn over when you leave office. So if they give them duty-free for personal vehicle, that's fine, but it shouldn't be 2 vehicles every year. Maybe you say in an administration, legislature or a lawmaker can import cars duty-free, 2 cars in an entire 6 year. That's fine, right? But then also too.
And you're making a point. So, for instance, during the calculation, not perfect key math, right now, you have 6 years for a term and administration.
Yeah.
So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So it means that under each administration, a lawmaker can import 12 cars into the country.
That's what's happening now.
Yes.
But all I'm saying is it should be 2 cars. You're entitled to bring in 2 cars within President Braga term.
6 years.
In 6 years, one lawmaker you have duty free on 2 cars, not 2 cars every year, which would be 12. I'm talking about 2 cars. So if all 103 of them want to bring in 2 cars in 6 years, they will be talking about let us say 206 cars that they can all bring in the 6 years, right? If they all want to do that, but that private for that personal use, because we can't say the government give them car, because when they leave office, if the car are still in good condition, it can be returned to the government. But also too, when we talk about other companies and stuff, if a company, it should be used as an incentive to incentivize company. Say for example, this company open up in Marshall or Margibi, excuse me, and they have duty free on that car, right? When they open up another branch, say they move to Cape Mount, and open up another branch, that should apply also to that new branch that they open up. So if they open up branches in the 15 counties, that's a good thing, because that's jobs being created for the citizens. So that incentive should move to each new branch, not just a single branch every year, just having duty free. Then that's waste. You see, so that entire list, I'm okay with that entire list if the government is able to actually verify or implement something, say as a business. We will give you that incentive based on expansion. Well, the bigger you get, maybe you need more vehicles to transport your materials or to transport your employees for schools. If a private person is opening schools, you probably need buses for your students or your instructors or your employees. If you open up another school somewhere else, that same incentive should move to each new establishment. Then that will be good for the country, because the citizens will be benefiting from these expansions. But to just say you represented the area 2 cars every year, that's crazy. And you're not verifying, like you talk about the cartel of the religious people that were just bringing in stuff for other people, it was not for them. That's a problem. But if a church is open here and open up, or let us say, an orphanage in Grand Cape Mount, and open up another school in Lofa, it should apply to each new establishment. They will benefit the people.
Thank you. Shirley, you want to come in? And we take Rudolph, or we take Rudolph and then come back to you.
She can go ahead. Ladies first.
Thank you, Ruda. I think Francis already covered what I wanted to say. I think the list, everyone said that it's not a problem. It's just making sure that they have a system in place, and a system that they can follow, a system that they can make sure that they can implement, where people are not abusing it. Truly, the lawmaker don't need to have 12 cars in 6 years' time. That they can reduce that to 2 or 1 or so, and that need to be verified, because I agree with Vasco this time that people will abuse it with not only bringing in 2 cars, even if they have the opportunity to have 6 cars, 12 cars in 6 years, they will bring in a lot of other things. They will take money from other people, and some family member or friends will be counting on it and be like, my man, you know you got that stuff, right? So I'm trying to bring my car in, just, just use that thing so I can bring my car in. So those things gonna happen. They've been happening and it will happen. So coming up with a system that they can follow and make sure that people are not abusing it will be a great way to go. And they need to take out some of the other things and just limit it, because they cannot make money with all those people on that list that are okay to bring in free things. So they need to find a way to make money for the country.
Okay, so just before bringing Rudolph in, I want to play a very short video here. We will take the call. For this particular issue, this is something that is dear to the heart of so many Liberians. So we'll take calls on the topic. We'll give them some time to talk about it. But I want to play a very short video here. It's a whole interview, but I will just try to bring a portion of it. This interview was done at the Liberia-Guinea border. Our media colleague, Emmanuel Kotu, did this very nice piece. It's on his YouTube. And in this interview, you will see how much Liberia is losing based on high tariff and all those custom duties at the port of Monrovia. Due to this situation, people passing their car through Guinea. And you will hear from those guys how many cars they pass through that Guinea border to bring to Liberia per day. Now let's watch just a portion of this video, and then let's make some analysis around it as to what can we do differently, especially now that there's a new administration and all of that. Let's see if we can bring this one in right here. Okay, so do we have it shared? Okay, so this is it.
For us to drop the hard tariff.
Sorry, I have to unmute
from
this.
On the goods that come into the country using the free port of Monrovia. And let me just speak to somebody here who has been here and transporting goods from Monrovia to Guinea, also transporting vehicles from Guinea to Liberia. Keep watching.
What's up, brother? How you doing? Okay, so again, I'm Emmanuel Kotu. Sylvester. Okay, Sylvester, what do you do here? What you do here all the time?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so you drive vehicle from here to Liberia. So how much do you charge for these kind of vehicles?
For small car, charge for $30.
$30 to take it from here to.
No, from Guinea to Liberia custom is $500.
$500.
Liberty.
Okay, and then from Liberia custom.
From Liberia to Monrovia is $30 US.
Okay, so how many vehicles do you really cross here on a daily basis?
It varies. It's varies. Sometimes 50, sometimes 30, based upon the importer.
But most of the cars that you guys cross, are they for Liberians or other countries, or other national?
Sure, it's varies.
All right, thanks for talking to me, my brother.
Okay.
All right, so you've heard him. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been a great time.
I'm on the phone.
This is where we are, guys. This is where we are. You listen to that guy. The guy said per day he can cross sometimes 30 and up to 50 vehicles from Guinea to Liberia. So let's take the list of 20 vehicles. If this guy is crossing 20 vehicles from Guinea to Liberia based on this whole custom duty issue, kind of think about how much Liberia could be generating. But let's complete the queue and then we go to the lines.
Should I go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so Nelson, I mean, when I just went through this entire listing, one thing I was happy about is this part that say returning individuals.
Yeah.
And Nelson, it is going to shock you to know that many people don't even know about this. Like, I am just learning about this. These lawmakers, I mean, like, I feel like to a certain extent, they who made this thing and they who understands it, they try to keep it for themselves. Like, I mean, like, even their constituents, do they tell their constituents about these things? Do they inform people about these things? I did not know at all. And Nelson Yari said the reason why
And that's why a platform like this, we come up here, is our duty to educate the public as well.
And Nelson, the reason why I will support this particular part, I mean, bringing people back home, of course, you need to. I mean, like now we say, oh, we want people from the diaspora to move back home because we think they can come home and help us contribute to our economy. So you have to incentivize them. So this is a brilliant one. And then when it comes to students, we have suffered from the issue of brain drain, Nelson. Some of our best leave the country to go study abroad, and they don't want to come back home. So you have to incentivize them to come back. And so I support this one. But Nelson, the one that I think I feel like there should be more, I mean, I feel like they should look more into this whole thing about this church Benin. Yeah. Because, I mean, people can hire on the kind of thing and just cross a lot of stuff, Nelson. I feel like the systems, like they need to really put some tight procedures in place to make sure that they are really fast checking these people. And then this one.
How do they fast check the churches?
Nelson,
look, listen, man. I'm Pastor John Brown. I have my church. My church is People of God Church. I have my article of incorporation. I have my documents.
Nelson, Nelson, just the same way how we know that the lawmakers can take money from their friends or from other people to bring their car for cheaper prices. These pastors, I am suspecting that they can bring things for their church members too.
So why are you not suspending the NGOs? The NGOs where all the country they get NGOs everywhere.
Nelson, I am going there too.
Okay, let me put the listing back up. Go there.
No, I got it right here in front of me right now.
Okay, okay.
Looking at it. So the next one is this NGO thing. Nelson, most NGO in Liberia are for profit.
They are not for profit.
There are some that are for profit. It's up to you. You can have a non-profit NGO or a for-profit NGO. NGO that means that it's a non-governmental institution. It's up to you to make it for-profit or non-for-profit. There are some that are for-profit. So where is the distinction? I don't see it here.
Thank you. Thank you, Rudolph.
And then this whole lawmaker thing, Nelson, I feel like it should be erased. Or give them, I mean, like just what these guys are saying. Two cars per 6 years. But if you ask me, these guys make enough money to clear their own cars. Take it away from them.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I dropped the stuff in the chat that you see it. Because I want us to look at that as well. Because there are some grammar used in there that has to be carefully analyzed. Because from what if you want, I can just read it here for us real quick.
Okay, yeah, read it for your ears because we're about to go to the phone line.
Okay, yeah, so here is it. It says, where is this sheet? Okay, it says,
it says, yeah, we're coming to you, sir.
It says, privilege of exemption from duties. It is hereby provided that upon the passage of this act, a legislator shall enjoy and be entitled to a duty-free privilege on one vehicle at least once every calendar year. That is where we need to focus. At least once every year. And say the foregoing exemption shall extend to and over the personal effects of the legislature. So that was the act that we had in the year 2000 up to when it was amended in 2011.
No, that is very important because I think it has some connection with what Vasco was saying.
Yes, that's why I brought it up.
I want to put this up. This is very interesting.
I did a lot of digging to find it, Nelson. So you have to pay me.
The Liberian people will pay you. Let me put it up. And this is important. Okay, so we have it here. Let me get it coming in now. So this was before 2011, before that whole amendment thing, that was done. And but the interesting thing about this thing is, if the previous law said one car,
at least once per year. So let's understand that part. At least once per year. So from what I understand, you can free one car per time in a year. So in a year, you can free more than one, but it should be one at a time.
No.
Nelson, that is English.
Nelson, when I say at least one a year, that's the minimum you can bring.
Okay, guys, let's take a look at
most one. But you say at least, that means
you say at least.
So but is this document saying here that the lawmakers, and this is the first thing I want us to establish, is it saying here that the lawmakers before this amendment were entitled to one car per year?
No. So Nelson, they were entitled
at least one car, Nelson.
They were entitled to own one vehicle at least once per year.
That just means you can at least it's just an open vague statement.
So that's just the flow per year. You can only bring one.
Nelson got it. He just want to give you half.
You can bring up to 100 per year, but if you bring at least you have one. They are later forcing you to bring car in the country by force.
It's important.
So if you get someone that needs to bring car and you're not able to bring car that year, you can.
So Nelson, Vasco cannot tell us that it was doing the past government that these things for. That's what I'm trying to prove.
At least literally,
the past government put us feeling on it.
The reason why I'm laughing is because this is the kind of English that can make represent. You can call back and say, "Don't speak people to me." Don't.
But because that statement kind of vague, because you bring at least one, 2, 3, at least once. You can bring more. I mean, if they're going to say at most one, they will know that one. But you say at least, so that make it bring 1, 2, 3, 4.
Every year you have to bring car to the country.
Yeah.
At least one car every year. If you bring one car every year, you are
in trouble.
And I can like give me a red round.
So it's an open thing, so you can bring more than one car.
So Vasco, you cannot blame this government. You said they multiply it. Can you?
So wait.
That was the law.
Look, listen, guys. After the show, I will cut that portion of the clip where Vasco was saying the increase. I will cut that portion of the clip and then we'll share it. But it's important. So what this means is that the amendment set a threshold to the number of vehicles and stuff like that. So let's conclude the 20 seconds. So we'll go to the lines quickly and then we'll come back on.
So Ananto, you just don't want me to that?
But it's your turn.
Okay. How are you talking? So I think this whole issue of detail free, I think there should be proper audit. Like all of the documents that are listed over there, I think with everything, even medical institution, what kind of medical institution, private or public? Because my brother, if you get Jamal Clinic where you can go charge $200 to do lab, why should you bring medical equipment free? Why should you bring medical equipment free?
This is just public.
Yes, so if it is a public institution, yes. So I think we got laws, whatever. We need stringent execution of those laws. We need the executive to be on their toes to claim down some of the things, because I mean, like the issue of the lawmakers, for me when I see some of the things, I get mad. The reason why I get mad is, my brother, those people take too much. They're taking too much from their country for them to even be taking more.
Thank you.
Too much. We pay for the people, yeah, but the people that breast their yeah, we pay. Their children, we pay. We pay for everything.
Thank you.
Someone in our live. No, Nelson, someone in our coming from River G and being a representative in Morovia, we pay their rent.
Even I think they said 2 of their kids are on government allowance or something.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Let's show you there. We need to go to the phone lines. Vasco, come in quickly, 20 seconds, and then we take Mika when we go to the phone lines.
Look, so like
the guys are already calling. A lot of folks want to make their input on this, so let's try to take.
Like I said, these people, the United Party, they were the one that modified the identical law because we know them to be the people that actually damaged Liberia today. And now it have come back again to you guys. So y'all got the high coin, y'all got the light in there, and then y'all have your rescue. So it is up to y'all. Y'all shine the light and rescue Liberia. It's up to y'all.
How can you say United Party damage Liberia when you credit that 1.6 billion in 6 years?
My brother, listen, United Party. You want to bring out an argument that doesn't bring out topic on one day. Who damaged Liberia? You want to compare the things that they in our country? What can you show of the United Party? You want to be talking? What can you show? The 12 years? Can you tell me? You think we should be sitting discussing electricity after 12 years? You think we should sit and discuss water in Liberia after 12 years? You can't. You receive the highest donor ever in the history of that country. The kind of money your government receive, the George administration will receive that kind of fund. Today I can tell you for sure, nobody will cry for water and curry in that country.
Thank you, sir.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
Thank you, man. You know, the main thing is serious thing. Yeah, stop. Yeah, getting main change, man. Mika, please take us to the phone lines.
Son of a man, Vasco can just sound funny, my man. You keep saying you don't about the round the team. Draw around the team too. What are you talking about? So, but the point here is it. Most of the listing we're looking at now that my brother Maxon just made some point about it. I don't know whether the school things and the hospital, the health thing is it both public and private? Because if you think about it, look at the cadet schools and the medical schools in Liberia. How much to charge people? If those people have to bring that equipment and that school material that school supply in free, you know what I mean? They're just getting away with tons of billions and millions of dollars every year off our back for free. So this thing really, I don't know the law to that. I stand to be corrected, but this thing really got to be looked at thoroughly, to see who is benefiting from the list. And number one, like I said, if there's a system, we can evaluate those things and we'll not have the problem we're having today. There will be a straight list as to what religion or religious or NGO or this can bring into the country that we consider duty-free. Those things got to be on the book. Go straight by the record, and guess what? When the thing get to the port, get people there. We got a lot of agencies in Liberia, that's supposed to be doing the job, and they pay from government. Get people there and evaluate those continue, item by item, according to the listing coming from that ministry, to make sure that these are things they're supposed to be bringing the country without duty. Because see what the picture you were just showing, people passing car through Guinea. Think about Ivory Coast. Think about Sierra Leone. Millions and millions of dollars Liberia losing every year because of the duty at the port. It's just
and that's important. So just assume somebody bringing the guy said per day he as an individual he can cross like 50 cars. That crossing is just that you cross a plate.
Yeah,
it's just one corruption. It's not going through the borderline.
Nelson, don't you think that those are the cars that are bought in Guinea?
No, it's just corruption at the border. You have nothing to do with the port. If they see 2,000 at the port, you can charge 2,000 at the border, but it's just corruption. So it's not about the port do they?
Yeah, but the thing is.
But the thing is, why are the people passing the cars? Why are they using that route?
That's why I said corruption, because the border patrol, the immigration people at the border, they're supposed to say you bring a car in, they see they will try at the free port.
No. But think about it now.
There should be regulation.
They got a low relationship. They got a low or neighbor relationship there too. They see
they use that law for the neighbor relationship. Maybe there's discount for neighbors, but it can't be.
Yeah, but that is kind of riding on now. That is riding on.
Thank you, guys. Let's go to the phone lines. Let's go to the phone. Let's go to the phone lines. We're gonna come back. We'll take more. We will do more of this interaction. But our folks here are really interested in this and they want to make their input. Let's take our first call. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you call from?
Yes. Good morning. I'm calling from opposite Aluminium Factory in Ghana.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you, ma'am.
Yes, I want to tell all the panelists on this team tonight.
What's your name?
My name is D. War.
Okay.
I'm going to tell everyone I thank you. Everything that you're saying, it makes sense. But I want to appeal to my government. The tariffs at the port, let them try and bring it down. Look, the man is saying that he either make $30, we bring car, make $30 or $60. And see, he's kind of afraid of cars that he bringing. Guinea. Why couldn't it be right here to Freeport that they will generate that money and put it in the coffin to help to do some of the things that they want to do for the country? So, Kama, appeal.
Thank you.
Tell you, thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's go to the line, the WhatsApp line. Talk to this person. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you call from?
I'm Manipage calling from Maryland, Nelson.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nelson, for me, I don't see the need for giving any detail free the lawmaker and detail free the lawmaker. How will a man who can feed himself, you're giving a lot of immunity? It's wrong. The man is able to bring his own car. That's one of the reasons why I had a car to just send from here. The first thing when I asked how much to send it, they tell me 2,000. How much to free the man? Tell me it will cost around 2,005. I calculated, I said, Nelson, there's no need of me sending their car. I said, why can I take that money and just buy a car in like, bro? All those people, even the school, they go to the churches. Why will you get churches free today? In how much it pays to be one pastor when you put a pastor to get pray for you or to get me.
No, but not all the pastors can charge for that consulting.
My man, they say churches and not specify. So if they want to specify, let them specify it. Let them tell the one that you can.
But wait. Let me ask you. They say religious organizations, right?
Yeah,
the churches.
It's a charity organization.
So you can go to church or you can go to the mosque. Which one?
I go to church.
Okay. So you like can go to church, you say they might not get a church DJ free because your pastor can charge for appointment.
I will not let you call pastor name. I will not let you call pastor name, but you pay money to feed pastor. Many pastors in like you pay money to feed them. They had a prayer so you can pay to me in a religious institution, my man. They don't need to get into my man. Let me tell you something, right? If I had the power in like bro, church will pay taxes. Everybody will pay that general money for the country.
Thank you. Thank you. You're going to another level now.
Don't pay for us. Then why you pay that tax to the government when they collect that?
055101075 is the number to call, and you'll be live. And we have the WhatsApp line on the screen here. You can also call. Let's talk to this person. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you call from? Hello. We lost this person. Let me see if I can bring this one in. Hello, you're live. Let's hear you.
How you doing, Leslie?
Yeah, we're okay. Let's hear you.
Yeah, you people are always on a show from New Georgia District 18.
Okay.
Annie, we the one. Some of us here, you don't see us. You not see us here. They explain that well for this government for all of us. I was one of the strong movie last year for the day campaign. That's for you to do. You should have, sympathy mind for those people that have all those vehicles on behalf of the government that they are keeping it in suspense. That you people are not seizing nothing there. Let it be in your hand. Not do the rightful thing for we the Liberian people.
Thank you, Mama.
Money is Annie Dito, Maniba County District 7. I resign in New Georgia. Yeah.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you.
I always call on the show.
Thank you.
We are dedicated to the Liberian people.
Thank you, Mama.
And the Senate, I will go to the Senate. The Senate, the need people that suffer all for job. We are says here we eat more dry.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you, Mama. Let's hold you there and take another person. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you calling from quickly.
Hey, Nelson, how you doing, my brother?
Yes, sir. It's good to have you.
Harry, and Harry, thanks to you and your panel. Nelson, I'm shocked I can, one thing I've told you over and over on this show, I said, the folks on Capitol Hill are the reason why modern Liberia is so backward. First of all, without making an analysis of whether legislature should be on that, they shouldn't even be there in the first place. The folks, these guys on Capitol Hill interfere with everything in Liberia. They're getting free gas, they're getting everything, almost everything free. Now, you know that the reason why they created that law is another ring of corruption, because you got folks all around the world giving them money and they're sending cards on their name. That is why they made that law. We got to be smart here. Okay, you can, if you really want to be fair to yourself, even looking at that book of lists, talking about religious, what religious from where? Those are all corrupt lists that they got over there. You can do this thing like this. Why can't we say, okay, we will give you exemptions on certain things, right? You can bring XYZ based on certain costs, we will waive it. Then above this XYZ cost amount, we'll give you certain flat rate. But you cannot have open duty. That's just unheard of.
Thank you.
A poor third world country that is struggling and everything is duty free. This is nonsense.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm sorry to say that, my friend.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Let's hold you there and take another person here on this line. Hello, you're live. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my name is Winston.
Yeah, Winston, go ahead quickly. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I tell you for bringing a whole talk. You see, from bringing a car from Guinea to Liberia, I'm going to use car to put to the junction. Every day, when people take car, I can go pick it up.
Every day you can bring what?
Every day when they close to 50 cars, I get my used car park there to the junction.
But okay, it's a good thing that you are a used car person, and you say every day you can bring close to 50 cars or what. But why do you guys pass the car through that particular means? Why not the free port of Monrovia?
Because my boyman said that they're charging too much when you put the car, he can take the car from Germany. Yeah, he take it from Germany to Guinea. Take Germany to Guinea, and he said that on that side, the money is spent for the container, it's less than a year. So sometimes we can be in total 50 cars or 11. And when you take it off on Liberia to go free down for the car, he will give us 50 because we working there.
Wow.
Yeah, we working there.
Thank you.
So it's very less. Yeah, but the food is very expensive in Maningo Mail.
Thank you.
Enjoy, brother.
Thank you. Your line is not too clear, but thank you. You know, and I think this is something concerning, because while we're talking about duty free on one hand, a whole list of duty free that are bringing money in, then the tariffs and everything at the port is scary. You know, is so. We'll just take 2 more calls and then we wrap up. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead quickly. You're live, sir.
Yeah, this is something that you're speaking from the old road.
Go ahead.
Look, I myself here, I'm not go getting the back car. The reason why you see they pass cars through Guinea, you don't pay tax on the car. It's truly free when the car enters Guinea, unless when the car is leaving from Guinea. It's a only time. That's why you see car is wasting Guinea. Transportation very cheap in Guinea. You pay something like here from Maryland. In Guinea currency like from Zankuri to Conakry, so now something about $50 US. So they are very cheap in Guinea. Even the building materials, all the things is free in Guinea. The only time you pay taxes until you pay taxes unless you leave it from Guinea. The reason why everybody decided to pass the car through Guinea, and when the car is passing through Guinea, at least it will take some time to ride all in Guinea, unless when you leave from Guinea the only time. And sometimes you pay the tax to be very, very cheap. It be very cheap. Moving the car from Guinea. Thank you. One of the reasons. Even the churches you're talking about, we tell you one thing. The churches should be able to pay taxes. See the houses the people build when they come here. See the church is start from church. Okay, but see the horses, see the investment they carry on in the place. It's like where we're sitting in the church. See the churches in the building. See the taxes.
So you think the church should not be on the listing too? Is that what you're saying? You think churches should not enjoy the duty free?
They should enjoy it. They pay taxes. They don't enjoy it. They don't enjoy it. The reason why you see the people being out, they come in being out of churches and things like that because it's free.
Thank you, sir. Thank
you.
Thank you. Wow. Let's squeeze the last call in now. Hello.
Yes. Good morning.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Let's hear you.
Yeah, this is Brother Emmanuel, HC Tom from Tupo Valley District.
Go ahead quickly. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
With regard to the issues,
oh, are you here? Are you on the line? Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, please step away from your monitor, please.
Yeah, my name is Zulu Hastings.
Your name is?
Zulu Hastings.
Zulu Hastings. Where are you joining us from?
I'm calling from 4th Street, Simcoe.
Okay, go ahead.
My brother, to free one car in Guinea, if your agent tell you say you get the car at the Primera, if they tell you say that $300, you will get it 10 o'clock in the night, they will get it. My little brother sent car in Guinea. I took the car, the agent told me say $600 to free a car. I free the car $600 to take the car from Conakry to the border. I went to the army big man, he gave me $20 for 3 days to reach to the border. When you reach to the border, you get to the border, they will start charging you per the letter seat to La Brensana. They will charge you per the seat. If they car a letter seat, they will charge you over plus of $1,000 to free the car. To free the car from Freeport, we did a calculation of almost 6,000. Could you imagine that?
Wow.
Yeah. So you see everybody to the border there in Guinea, when you go there, the people will bring a lot of cars there. They pay the people to drive the car from the forest land to Ganta border. They will tell you, say, $100. You will pay them and you pay them to and flow to go. They will drive the car, they bring it down. When they reach to the border,
in conclusion, what's your point, sir? In conclusion, are you saying that it's cheaper that from that end or what? What's
it's cheaper in Guinea than Labourer.
So this duty-free thing we're talking about as well. Where do you stand on it? You think we should have duty-free for the lawmakers, the religious organization, and the NGOs? You think we should have those duty-free?
Like for me, I'm an agriculturalist. Like for the agriculture people, when they bring duty-free, it will be okay, right? But for I don't want to put my mouth in a religious issue.
Oh, you're scared on that one?
For the lawmaker, then let it pay. You will not be paying somebody for 6,000, then a person, and you say 8,000. You're paying somebody to read newspaper. Someone then again you read. The Zanzan Kawa West. She can read newspaper because
listen,
every month.
I beg you, internet.
Now so you coming to that one, yeah?
I beg you, internet. Don't put me in that
newspaper.
The best gotta go.
For Guinea. So because I'm an extensionist, I use the rainbow right now. I used the rainbow for 6 years. But in that in the rainbow here, you will use it the 2 days, the moment you check on your phone for inside, the whole thing will spoil. All the things will go to every sector. Somebody will over there want to back CDC. My brother, if your partner go to school, when you get there, your power living in zero, your power having that money. If you get there, you know that you got to change the system. Change it for the betterment of Liberian people.
Thank you.
Don't change it in your interest.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your contribution. I think we would like to end up the course on that note, and the whole newspaper thing just got me. I don't know.
That's the point for tonight. The newspaper.
What can say about the newspaper thing, man?
The next time we kind of change, you want to put more than it's gonna go.
How did you get on the line?
Somebody say Koi is going to punish. You saw the other comment? She said, "Go punish you."
Sorry, let me just squeeze the last WhatsApp call. Let me remove the number now. Hello, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Nelson, good morning. This is Logan calling from the US.
Go ahead, let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, I just got on the show right now. But On the topic on the your triple issues, as the other guy alluded to that Guinea aspect. That's why Guinea economy booming because of the way people conduct business with them. I do shipping business. I send container to Liberia to ship a container. So now I spend another $10,000 just to free a container. So my friends then who from the other side when they send container, send them spend $3,000 to the free a container. Just to free a car, sometimes they're duty free, sometimes they're $4 or just a free car as I'm Guinea. Because people conduct themselves and now the economy is booming because they will control themselves. Liberia side is worse. If Liberians can understand business wise and make the person of car duty something free or reduce the price of how much to free a car from Liberia port, the economy is going to boom.
Thank you.
I can give you a table example. I sent a 2012 Volkswagen Jetta. I paid $5,000 just to free that car from Liberia post. Do you imagine that?
Wow. Thank you, sir.
$5,000.
Thank you, sir.
So it's very ridiculous that people will send a car to Guinea, they pay cheaper money to free it than Liberian who is close to Guinea. That's will be benefiting from the resources that have been going to Guinea.
Thank you.
So that's one. Take on that.
Thank you. So we ending up this discussion here, guys. About what do you think? Is it advisable if you were advising the current government, the leadership? I know this thing is by law, and in fact, it was based on that law that the Commissioner General of the LRA, Mr. Doba Jala, how to bow to the pressure from the legislature. He didn't want to sign the people document. They summoned him, and then he signed it. But
the people said they were going to put him in jail.
Yeah, they threatened to put him in jail, so he had to sign it. But this is the thing: if you were to advise the current government, what will you be saying with respect to this whole duty-free? Considering the listing that we've pulled up consistently on the show here today, the different institutions and organizations that are benefiting from this duty-free, as to the and also this the cost of freeing vehicles at the port. What would you advise the government? Is it advisable to say, okay, we're dropping the fares, all these different fees, the custom stuff at the port, and then reshuffle this listing, revisit the listing, because whichever way you put it, the government is losing thousands, if not millions of dollars from the listing you have right here. All right? And the government is also losing thousands of dollars with respect to the way people bring vehicles into the country as well. All right. So, I mean, what's the best advice on this particular issue as we wind down on this discussion? Let's start with, Shirley, you want to go?
Nelson, I was gonna say I don't think the list is the problem here. I mean, just listening to the people that call in, especially the individual that talk about taking about 50 cars from Guinea and bringing it to Liberia. So I don't think it has anything to do with the list. The list is a problem, but that's not the biggest problem here. The biggest problem is the people that are shipping cars, that are shipping things to Liberia, they are being overcharged. And if you overcharge me and I get another way to bring my car in free, I will go through that means to bring my cars in. So what they need to do is they need to make sure that they have a price that is reasonable, a price that is across the line. Because I'm telling you, somebody can ship a 2005 Toyota, and Nelson can go free and he can pay $3,000. Okay, and I can ship that same car, and I will go free and I will probably pay less or I will pay more. So if we come up with a system that is consistent, a system that is across the board for everyone, where everybody know, where I can even be here in America and ship my car and be able to free it from here, because I know that the system is not going to twist, it's not going to bend, it's going to be the same. people will be able to ship their cars. They need to just come up with a system that is transparent, a system that is going to work for everyone, and reduce the price of people freeing their things so people can be free to ship things. People want to ship things, but the back and forth that they go through with trying to free their things that they ship is too much.
Thank you.
So if it's easy to go through Guinea, think about it. You're not getting the money. The people in Guinea are getting the money. So you need to make a decision to get some money and not act greedy and charging these people too much, or you don't get anything at all, and the people can go through Guinea.
Okay. Thank you. Francis?
Yeah, man. For me, I'm just looking at it from, we talk about the lawmakers getting all these things and stuff like that. I think the executive can also push back on the lawmakers, because we always say the lawmakers will make laws in their interest. But if the executive can put a bill, send a bill to the floor to repeal a lot of these incentives, the lawmakers, yeah, they can push back. But also we see it in other countries. You can campaign against them with these things, because you can come up and say 103 lawmakers bringing in two cars per year. There are 206 cars, and this is how much we are losing if we continue every year for 6 years in a term. And the amount that we are losing can go. This amount can go to help the Liberian people, can help healthcare, can help security, can help agriculture and things like that. Just make the case. But the problem that the executives themselves, they don't even do it, because they themselves benefit from the same law that allows them to steal from the Liberian people. You see? So, I mean, it's kind of frustrating, because we see neighboring countries, they are all improving, they are benefiting. Investors are running to them. Like the other brother talk about his car. He said it cost him $5,000. To free in Liberia $5,000, imagine, probably he spent $3,000 to ship it for America. So to send one car, you gotta spend almost $10,000?
Yeah.
That's crazy. But then you got people these cars that are not even roadworthy plowing the streets of Liberia. You see? So, I mean, the executives got a bigger part to play in this thing. Challenge the lawmaker, push them, put a bill on the floor. You got men that call about getting paid $8,000 or more a month. That means he's not talking here like all of us on here, because as they got called about, when's the last time you put a bill on the floor for anything that benefits District 10, Monserrato, or the country? Or he co-sponsor a bill. He just running around and calling here chicken, and he ran low for something and just say and start costing the police, say he's doing something. But you get him at $8,000, they say bring cars in for free. You see, I mean, our country not serious. Until we get serious, we'll continue to suffer. There's nothing John Burger can do. I know we all talk about, President Burger will come here and bring change, but what I'm seeing now, especially when things are going on right now, and you talk about, the excuse people say, oh, you don't know about it. The buck stop with every president, and Vasco, I see you smiling. But I can tell you, even a sixth grader, even a sixth grader was better than George Weah. So when you hear me criticizing President Barker, it doesn't mean I'm endorsing President Weah. Even his worst day, President Barker worst day.
So you still don't regret ever supporting President Barker.
No, I don't regret that. Even though I'm criticizing him, yes, because we have to hold him accountable. But on his worst day, it's better than George Weah's best day. So let Barker start smiling because I'm criticizing President Barker. I will criticize him.
Interesting.
Because all the things that happen is say, oh, the president doesn't know about it. The buck stop with him. But the way he reacts to things that he didn't know about that happened here under administration will tell us if he favor it or not. So that whole lot, we didn't get into a lot of the things tonight, but that was a very good topic that we just discussed. But I mean, the executive play a major role. They can campaign against the lawmakers, but just showing the facts to the Liberian people. We need to change the law. So I push the lawmakers to change it. If they say no, vote them out. The executive can campaign against them, but put the bill on the floor. Say let them pass it. Let them eliminate the 2000 the duty free for lawmakers 2 every year. Let them eliminate it. If the lawmakers say no, then tell them how much the country is losing.
Thank you.
So, let Liberian vote.
Thank you, Francis. Rudolph, let's hear you.
Francis spoke well. But I mean, unlike Francis, I would not say that, the executive branch, I mean, should champion this cause. I think I will say the media should champion this cause by informing the people, because if we rely on our lawmakers, they will not inform their constituents. So the media should be proactive in this. The media should champion this fight. And when the people are being informed, then it is upon them to make sure they protest against their lawmakers. Tell them that the monies that they are pocketing, or the money that the country is losing through this thing, it could benefit their lives. It could put drug in the hospitals. It could, put chairs and pay teachers in various institutions. It could bring development to their districts and their counties. So I feel like they should champion this cause and protest against their lawmakers so that they can do the honorable thing.
Thank you, sir.
To amend this law, and amend it in the sense of like canceling everything. Nelson, I don't think they deserve it. These lawmakers do not deserve these things. They make enough money to free their own cars.
Thank you.
They don't deserve this.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I am for the other ones, but for the lawmaker who Nelson, I am very hard on it. I think they don't deserve it, and they shouldn't get it. These guys make.
So someone may want to interpret this as you, as Francis, being too hard, coming down too hard to the lawmakers. You made similar point that Francis made. That's why I'm saying you or Francis could just be interpreted as coming down so hard on those lawmakers. I mean,
no, Nelson, anybody who is bent on suffering the common people, I will come hard on you. Anybody.
Thank you. Vasco, let's hear you. But how did Vasco get here? I thought it was.
I know, right? I'm thinking, yeah. I know I'm in the middle there. I know why you brought me. I was gonna be between the two men.
No, let me go after you, Vasco. Go ahead.
Okay, no problem. But Nelson, look, I mean, we can sit there all day and bash at the lawmakers for the issue of the two guys, but I think one of our major problems is that port. And I don't think this is the way Liberia was looking. This was not the way Liberia was looking. I can remember, I know our port back in the days before the war, other countries around here, Liberia was like a gateway to most of the countries around us here. Until after the war, when Taylor came, we don't want to look at Taylor government. And to that extent, because we're in that crisis period. But when the Joseph Barker and Manaseri came, that was the time we were supposed to face this country. But what they did, they ended up selling our port. Because again, I said they sold the port to what you call a group. What the people at the port there right now?
APM terminals.
APM terminal. So today, you see people talking about going to Guinea. Even the Liberian government right now, they don't even have that right. If they have to go negotiate with a company, because the United Parties sold that place to APN, where our people suffering. And that's the reason that people are suffering. So that's why I said, don't look at why you fall down. Look at the place you stomp your toes.
Wow.
Don't forget about lawmaker get a 2-car duty free. But once that place is free for our ordinary people, like some of us that here, we want to send our cars back home. We shouldn't be going through Guinea. If those duty, there's no taxes that are leveraged against ordinary people that were killing the country. That's the gateway. That is the gateway to our country. So if we cannot put things into place at the very port's entry, trust me, man, we're not going nowhere. Y'all will bring all the rescue there. When they rescue them, kind of get tired, bring another rescue. Nowhere we're going. We'll just be around this, like in the taco.
Vasco, why do you always link your issue with President Boakai? What?
Yeah.
what did President Baka do with this whole port thing? I mean, you've come in with the Unity Party selling the port to APN terminals. Now you dragging President Baka in this whole thing, Glasgow. Why does it always have to end this way?
That is the government, the Unity Party government. And the same people in Iran on today in president. And the men are Unity Party president right now, the president for Liberia, but Iran the Unity Party together. So they don't want to have a country. They don't want to have a country. So today thing was just shit blame on George Weah, you lead Joel to the up. They were the ones steering the affair of the country. So I cannot leave the vice president up. I can't.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Magnus, let's hear you.
I mean, I want to go back to what Vasco said. I think if you want
He was Vasco, brother.
If you want to look at the whole reducing the tariff at the port, you have to go through the agreement with the APN terminals. And if you also want to say the Unity Party sold the port, my brother, when Ellen Johnson Sirleaf came to power, the Liberian government had 80 million in their budget. The port was virtually non-existent. You couldn't dock even a boat couldn't dock. Thousands of when they were dredging that port, my brother, I saw the video. The old iron and the ship, the OO ship, then they took from in that place when you see it. So the thing about it is like sometimes development comes with pains, right? But it is on the current administration or the administration afterwards to be able to do something about it, right? There are a lot of things that is happening at that port that is increasing the tariffs. How you call it? Vasco da Gama brought CTM. No use of CTM. People pay money for CTM. Nobody know what CTM is for, right? So I mean, so it's a kind of holistic process if we want to reduce the duty at the port. For me, for that lawmaker thing about duty free, my brother, I don't think lawmaker should even get a bag of water free. Bro, those guys are making money. Those guys are making money. They shouldn't get anything free. Nothing free. Those guys are making money. In other society, people who make sacrifices, the people in the army, I don't think the army people get duty free. They don't. In America, when they say veteran got how you call it, they got certain privileges. In Liberia, nothing. The only thing I know army people get when they go to the Benin, you put it in front of the land. That's all they get. That's all they get. But you see, lawmakers, they got sit over there. And like I said, and I'll end with this. Until we have lawmakers, because for me, Yega Koluba is somebody that the more he do something and the more people talk, he can go looking for a place to go. I don't want to tell about Yega. Because if Yega didn't want lawmakers in the interest of Liberian people, they will be doing something about these things. And before I go, Nelson, last day on the whole Yega issue before I go.
No, but the Yega issue is not there. But now that you want to bring it there,
I just want to say something. You guys remember 10 seconds. You guys remember Charisma was on this show. When Charisma said a thing, everybody said, "Oh, Charisma did it." Charisma said Yeke is good as being opposition and fighting. He supported the rescue team. When the rescue mission wins, that's the time we'll know whether Yeke is a real representative for the people or he just somebody who led the minnows. And the government has not even been able 2 months Yeke going to opposition already. So Yeke only triumph at criticizing government.
Thank you, sir. But the people not treating Yeke correct too, man. Let also, man. Yeke carry Jema to police station. Imagine that.
You see,
so this scenario is so funny.
They don't say certain
anyway.
thing, right?
Let's take Mikael.
They don't say certain thing, right? When you have
we'll come back.
Let's come back to your get issue.
You can enter. If you have the key to the door, you can enter. You decide to spend outside and make noise.
Because
Magna Mikael will go back.
Let me go, man. Yeah, get issue. Well, I know, guys, the whole issue about the poor thing in Liberia, you know, as a human being, we'll continue to learn and learn until we all die. So nothing is bad from learning. Let's look at our neighboring country. What are they doing differently from us? That making our people transporting their cars or shipping their car through them, and we're losing a lot of money through our port entry. Now look at that. Let the government take a good example of our neighbor and see those things, see those things they're doing that different from us. If you see those things, you can bring the same thing back to Liberia, and for us to start losing millions and millions of dollars. For example, the budget we're talking about, the budget, I mean, we can't get a gold man sitting somewhere and leaving it, trying to lobby around, baking people around the world to get money to feed ourselves when the gold mine is sitting right there. Why the government can't start putting in some systems to get rid of APN, how they call it, APN terminal? I mean, the only reason those guys are there because the Liberian government not managing that set right. I think these are the reason why they bring in those companies to manage the port. If the Liberian government has strict rules and strict regulations as to who bringing car and how much they pay, and that money was not quadrupling every year or every turn, would not be bringing people to manage our port. These are the reasons, these are the things that we're facing, and we got to look at it. I keep saying this. Liberia need assistance. At least a government can just decide to build a system for Liberia. When you leave power, that system will help that country to develop. We're not even supposed to be taking money from people at the port. That is supposed to be paid through the internet system. You just get your receipt, go there, get your car out, and walk away. And that too much tariff thing, it's I mean, my friend sent car Liberia a lot. The last car the guy sent there, he had to pay Toyota Corolla 2010. That dude had to pay $2,800 to get a car out of Freeport. How can you pay that and the man pay $1,500 for you to send the car? Think about that. Over $4,000, and that car, that $4,000 can buy a car in Liberia. Why would you be charging citizens like that? And like I said from the beginning of my statement today, the legislature need that. They don't need that benefit. Take it away from them.
Thank you.
Common Liberian man looking for money to go free car that costs over $4,000 from the port, and the men are making 8,000 plus more get 12 car in 6 years out of the port. How that fair to anybody? So
thank you.
Let's look at our neighbor, what they're doing, and let's bring that same system to Liberia. To learn from people is not a bad thing. We all need to learn from each other. That's how the life is. So we can't keep doing this. The tariff at that airport Freeport is too much. And let the government set a system. Let's start paying money to individual. Let it be a online thing or something that you only get a receipt, you don't see the fund. So the corruption somewhere can be minimized. System is what build country. Until Liberia can get there, we'll continue to sing this song from now to Judgment Day. It will never work until we get something in place that makes sense. So that way I will stop tonight.
Well, thanks a lot, Mikael. And I think we've all said it. This is part of the process of making our country to get on the right track. Things will get better. It will improve. And I think Vasco here knows that things will improve. It's going to take time. And what we do here is part of the process. As we talk about those different issues, the authorities get to act. And gradually, we'll see that Liberia want to see. We've done our closing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was our closing we did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just did.
No, it wasn't.
Did you say that, Nelson?
Yeah, it was our closing we did. But on a serious note, do you guys think that these people are treating the lawmaker fair? This one will just be 1 minute quick, real quick one. Are they treating the lawmaker fair?
Who treated
that?
The lawmaker had a coupon.
Oh my God!
He went at the store. He asked a woman, "Any coupon for you, right?" I who signature the man said, "I signature right." The man said, "Yeah." Everything the man said yes. The lawmaker left with the cameras. The lawmaker came by the next day with a camera, no camera behind him now. He got collect acting. The people said no, they're not giving it to him. And then the lawmaker went to police. And as you see here, the man was angry, expressing this whole issue about how he's been.
Again, the PA at the Liberian National Police Headquarters on the Chima issue.
You know, people joking was something that would bring problem. The police, according to the police, they went there, they said there's no management to JMAC. They don't know anybody to come. So the police are advised again, apart from the complaint abroad, I'm going to actually go and reduce it into writing. I'm going to reduce it into writing. These people will come. People will come and show cause why they make commitment on paper with their signature and they refuse to live up to their commitment. When the executive get involved, so I will get involved with Joseph Walker. The law must be the law. We change government because we want things to be straight. Let J-Mark come here and say the signature is done. What are they hiding for? What are they hiding for? You know, I mean, look, when the executive get involved, I will declare vote of no confidence in the police. And when I do that, then we will start what we're supposed to start. When the executive get involved, I will get involved with Joseph Walker. The law must be the law. No one must come here for J-Mark to say this is not a signature. Why are they hiding for? Whole big institution, no management. And they say they came for management. You believe that? So I'm doing a formal complaint. My complaint coming tomorrow. I'm going to do a formal complaint. I cash, copy of the voucher that I received, the coupon I received, with their signature on it, and they acknowledge that their signature on it. Then they will not come. They will know that there is no police. If the police can't get the people, the police will not get me in case of anything.
Well, you did not access to get your material.
Yes, I went there to say they can't get my material. Why you can't get my material for?
Why they can't get my material? I may say he went there.
Who are getting this material though? That's the first questions.
Who are?
How many
Yeah,
people?
maybe that's a very important one. But in all fairness, let's. Is the lawmaker saying that he went to the police station without complaint? So the police told him to go reduce the complaint. So police station, you can just walk there and say what you want to say without any.
I mean, Nelson. So with the whole coupon here, so that only you get receive the coupon.
That was the question I was asking Yalana.
No,
So
but
I didn't listen to Spoon.
You see, the man is starting from Fasco because
how
doesn't know what he's doing.
Doesn't know what he's doing.
No, listen, guys.
No, you want to bring Vasco here
Because the CEO said that no lawmaker that supported Kun can come on our show and say that he lying.
But Kun came on and Kun said no, you're lying.
Kun came on where?
Kun called, man.
Did you follow that show that day, Vasco?
Yeah, I followed the show.
Vasco.
The CEO said it. I followed the show.
Wow.
I got the floor, right?
You got 30 seconds remaining. During that, we just want to hear what you got to say about the thing.
We happy for Yeke. Because at least Yeke is making the entire country to know that this rescue train that came to power is going to be terrible than any other government. Because if the executive within a kind of short period of time can start to brave lawmaker clearly like this, we don't know their plan. But according to Yeke, who is inside or who is an insider when it comes to the rescue train, telling us that the plan is to remove the speaker, I believe Yeke 100%. And Yeke need to get his coupon because I listen to those Clarence Johnson show, OKFM morning, and that morning show. Almost most of the lawmakers call and admitted that they received that coupon. Some of them call and some of them say that true. because Kun told them. So they can't come here and lie. You get a man, the worth of that coupon.
But when did you start believing Yeke?
I started believing Yeke after the election.
Why did you wait until after the election
Vasco
before
is
you
so
start believing Yeke?
transparent. Love it, Vasco. Go
I started,
ahead.
no, but listen.
I don't want to be the last on this one.
I want you to look at Yeke.
No, Vasco, thank you. Thank you.
Let's look at Yeke during that time and look at Yeke now.
He has improved.
The two different Yeke. Yeke during our time, he was just destructive. But Yeke during that time, he not abusing. He discussing the issue and everything Yeke saying that you. Everything Yeke saying. Dala.
So the thing he's saying that true because he's not causing or that true based on the facts he's presenting.
Definitely. Can we name one thing that Yeke said?
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Vasco will go in now. We just
to name one thing that
let's hear you on this issue.
Yeah, first of all, Yeke lie. He said I was to remove Fernando Kofa, but then the word that came out, they said it was to thank those that voted for Jeremiah for Richard Kuhn. So that's the first lie. But what I would say here is this: they don't have sense. The people are believing that to remove Fernando Kofa. If they had the number to remove Fernando Kofa, he was not even going to be a speaker in the first place because the people were going to vote for Richard Kuhn. So if you're giving that coupon to just the people that voted for Richard Kuhn to remove Fernando Kofa, then your number is perfectly math. That will not add up. You see? Because you don't have enough people. But my concern here is this. Why are you giving coupon to just people that voted for Richard Kuhn? That's my concern. But then Yeke Kolba, as much as I don't care for Yeke Kolba, and I think District 10 is doing themselves and the culture of this service by keeping him there because the mayor is a lawmaker. He don't put no bill on the floor. He don't want to serve on committee. He just want to be talking head. Whatever. Then he might be on Yeke TV and just talking like we can all come here and talk. But don't pay him hands only to say to be making noise. But he went to JMA and I saw that video. JMA acknowledged the guy acknowledged his signature on that paper. And he said that the Secretary of State, how to call the signature, but JMA acknowledged, the Minister of State, the JMA acknowledged that coupon, that voucher. So that's the problem. Why would you give voucher to few people? Even if you give the entire legislature, that's still a problem. Because Yeke made a statement, people even glossed it over. He said, I don't work for the executive, I work for the legislature, and they give us $5,000 for our office, to furnish our office. So my question here is, $5,000 every year or each term? When they just left, when they just had an election, you are returning lawmaker. Why you need $5,000 for a new office? For what?
Yeah, because the offices are usually not the same. They change those different offices. Even as we speak, they are still partitioning some places.
So why change existing lawmaker office? Why change existing lawmaker office? If Yeke went and had party in your office for his last term and broke the chair and stuff, let him sit down on it until the government can settle. But you move Yeke from that broken office and put in a new office and you got to furnish it, or you move for that, let's say the other person for that office and put in a new office and got to furnish it. No, if the person is still there, keep them to where they are. The new person that coming in, if the office was destroyed, then yes, furnish that office for the new lawmaker. What be possible right? Then the person has suffered. The person got no sense in our country. All of them. I'm not taking one of them from them. They got no sense. The entire government.
No, you gotta respect our government, man, Francis. You gotta respect our government, man. You know, listen. This is the government of Liberia. Now you see Vasco. You can be giving thumbs up, but let's take Magnus. Magnus, go ahead.
You see, Nelson, the thing is, a funny thing happened. So let me just say that way. Yeke went and took what happened over there is that thing is now a check, so it can be legit the hour and the next hour is not legit because they're not check. That voucher, that coupon. Now see again sign here. You tell me say that a senator, I say yes. You go come out, you tell me say that a senator, I say no, you say sign again, sign different thing. So if Yeke needs to be constructive. And I mean, being constructive is not to just jump. And you know the reason why I'm saying we are about to know the real Yeke? During CDC time, during the time of CDC and the time of Vasco, everybody in CDC was zealous. When Yeke say something, the beginner will go to rat war, the CDC minute, Jawazi Koji will pay people to go to rat war is in. Yeke like it, go stay on the flare pool and tore and made noise and cause whoever he want to cause. Nobody get time for Yeke. After 6 years, they show number 10 people will see the real Yeke because if nobody attacking Yeke, who will want to go over there and go to begin to say, oh, let's protect Yeke because CDC people want money. No. So Yeke need to be constructive. They don't say something the last time. You can't have the key to the door. You can walk to the door anytime, open the door and enter. You take the key and throw it away, then you won't make noise. Yeke has access to the president. Yeke can sit with the president anytime. But Yeke want for people to know that he advocating. Yeke, you advocating, but you don't want to advocate for them to reduce the 2,200 spending every month on you for gasoline. You
and that listing, right? Let me try to find it.
$200 every representative. Yeke is advocating, but they're giving you almost $85,000 for a car. How does it benefit the people? Only for you to come and call Joey and call a Boaga criminal and call everybody rule. What the advocacy? When they don't got to that Senate, he started making noise. When he started making noise, people start coming around and things started reducing. What is Yeke's own impact when it comes to that House of Representatives that is very corrupt, that still voting yea and nay? What is Yeke's own impact? Or to just go cross president?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Magnus. We have to wrap up now. Shirley, you want to come in, and then we take Rudolph. Mika on. Will be next.
I don't know if I have something to say about Yeke stuff. I'm just curious why they would give him $5,000 for him to furnish his.
Oh, okay, yeah, 5,000, yeah.
He said $5,000 in his video. They gave him $5,000 for furniture. What kind of furniture he need for his office that costs $5,000? I don't know, but I just want to know what kind of furniture he's gonna buy for $5,000. Is it like a whole house or a little space? I'm just like, $5,000 that can furnish a whole house. I mean, with luxury furniture too, not just we are furniture. So to give him $5,000, and the thing is, that's like a free money that they're giving you, and you're making all that noise and you threatening the president, the police, and all the other people. So I don't know. That means just need microphone. Just give it to him, and you have few camera people around. You get to see his character. So. That's all I can say. Give him microphone, have the camera people where he can give them cheek and walk away and tell the other person, I will call you later. He just a drama person, and just people shouldn't pay him no mind.
Thank you. Rudolph and then Mikael.
I thought Rudolph finished.
Okay. But then
No, I haven't spoken yet, bro. Nelson, I feel like the reason you brought this thing back is because somehow you came more prepared than you were last night. Because we really went back and forth on this thing. There was a video that you said you were going to show, but you couldn't find it. You had love, but you didn't make it last night. But anyways, Nelson, I maintain my stance. Yeke, there are certain people who only shine in the midst of crisis, in the midst of chaos, in the midst of noise, and that is Yeke for you. Nelson, let's assume, even though there is no authenticity to prove that coupon or that check or whatever he called it. But let's assume that it's real. So then what is Yeke's intention? Is he really trying to expose the government, and is he trying to speak on behalf of the people, or he just trying to create noise? Because if he is really trying, if his objective and his intention is ready to expose the corruption in government and speak on behalf of the people, then why is he wanting to go and get those things from the store? I think he should put the press behind him and take the coupon back to who gave it to him. But why is he going to the store to receive those items? That is one. And you know, Nelson, I said this. The reason why Yeke, like us now, like I said last night, Yeke during the past regime, Yeke was angry, Yeke was frustrated, Yeke was, he was provoked, and it was visible. Now he is not. But the reason why he cannot be calm and do his work, because he has nothing to offer, nothing tangible to offer in that role. So if Yeke stays calm, right, then it's going to open the eyes of his people. Then they will start to ask. For Yeke, we haven't seen any bills from you. When you coming up with bill, and he doesn't have the capacity to do those things. So that's why he will keep doing this thing until they says he has finished. Trust me, Nelson. Just watch and see. Because that's how he struck among his people.
Thank you. Miguel, finally, then we'll go.
Yeah, I can be the last that man can tell all the sweet stuff from me now, man. But the point here is this. Number one, Yeke will continue to do this thing to always be elected to that seat. That's how he get elected. He made noise. Sometimes where there's no noise, he just create own noise. And a lot of people who don't understand the issues, so, oh yeah, Yeke can be exposing the people, Yeke can be, and keep doing that to just attract people as most as he can until election time. Then they can vote for him to go back and make the same noise. Number two, the point Yeke making that the coupon that he had was given to them to remove the speaker. How many representatives in that house from the past government, from the CDC government? If that's true, don't you think those guys will be coming out to say, yes, the coupon was given to us to remove the speaker? So for that particular statement alone just showed to us that Yeke is not even making a tangible point. So we shouldn't be sitting here even wasting our time on it. And number three, the coupon that you're taking back to the store in this America that we live, if they send your coupon on your email or even giving to you in the store, there's a time limit to it. You understand? So you can tell that coupon back to the store. The man tells him, my man, there's a coupon given to the government to give to whoever they can give to their staff, but the time on that expired. We can't take it again. So it doesn't mean whether the man signed it or man didn't sign it. The point is the coupon has some time limit to it. If it's just coupon that we all know. So that thing he got is not a check, it's not anything, it's a coupon. So it could be expired by now. So the store can't take it. So that should be one of the points. And the second thing is, Yeke is a lawmaker that everyone else has said. He can't just be passing around making noise. If something not right, make it out of bill. You go convince your fellow colleagues so you can vote on it, so it can become a law. You can't just be making the noise continuously. Because at some point now people get wary of you. And that's exactly what is happening to you right now. And you're not realizing that. There's too much thing that's my brother was just saying, Yeke entitled to over $2,000 plus US dollar coupon. He not advocating for that coupon to be cut down to $500 a month or $200 a month. He's not doing that. He instead takes those money and use it while the Irish Liberian man is suffering. So why Yeke point? What is he trying to push? Why is he preaching? What is the benefit to the Liberian people? You still get a coupon. You never refuse it. You taking it to go get him material.
You want to go get him material.
Yeah. So why is it like but this is not fair, guys. This is not fair. The man went quietly to get his coupon, and they refused to get it. But we got. No, I mean it's not. I want to say the point is you want to bring it to the show. Right. No, Vasco answer that question tomorrow when we'll come back. But that's the point. It's not even whether they deny or not. What is fairness to it to the Liberian people?
You took the coupon, you using it, you're not waving it.
Back.
When Dylan went to the hall, he said you are going to give part of the checks to the community, to the
here's the thing. How many of you remember that 30,000 issue that came up for the lawmaker? They tell you guys. President Obama told the 30,000 and he said the money small.
Right.
That's right there. I know you're
advocates is not beneficial to us. So you just make it re-elected.
Thanks to everyone. It's been a great show. Mikael, thanks for being here. Let me start with our sister, the lone female on set tonight. Sherry Snare, thanks for being here. Rudolph, we appreciate you. Francis, Jabater, thank you. Vasco Smo, thank you for being here tonight. And Magnus, thank you. And Mikael, we appreciate you. We look forward to a great show again tomorrow. Thanks to our audience as well. Thanks to all the people.
Do you live here in Minnesota?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Minnesota people plenty.
It's cool. It's
Pascal, don't be not conversation yet.
I saw him today.
Don't be there.
Oh, wait, who Oman as superintendent?
I want to know that superintendent of both countries.
So at the end of the day, indirectly employed with the government.
No,
you see,
nothing.
Differences, you gotta be careful when you're talking about the government.
No,
they make a big. You see, now they get against me.
Vasco is now playing politics. It's nothing. The show is done. Let's
no, we're not ending this
way. Okay, guys, we look forward to having a great show.
Good night, guys. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, Nelson. Thank you.
Yeah.